Almost the end of this intro.
No stream.
Now you can't stream with Shelby. You're banned. Blushing Chronos.
Chronos doesn't blush. He has no blood in his face.
There's blood
Look.
behind the bone.
Look,
Yes.
I was young. It was decades ago. It feels like. Don't worry. The next intro will not. We won't have this anymore. It'll be done. Welcome everybody.
The next intro will be different. That's all we're guaranteed.
the next intro will be different. I can't guarantee past that. If I'm being honest, like I don't actually know yet because I have to make it. It'll be fun. It'll be good.
Yes.
It'll be good.
We have our confirmed musical choices. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Shay, I hope you
Well-
screenshotted that list, by the way.
No, I wrote it down in my book.
Oh, like last time. Gotcha.
No, I wrote it down. I wrote it down in the book I've been using, as opposed to whatever book I wrote it down in last time and then
No.
lost. There's a book
Hello,
around here
everybody.
somewhere. I was just trying to say hi 5 times. It's fine. How are you, Sai?
I'm doing awesome. How are you, Shay?
I'm
Was-
upright.
Was that a truck blasting by somebody?
The
Yeah.
hell? Just what?
I live in AJ.
All of that was Woodrow.
Oh, okay.
You guys not understand this? Woodrow has weird sounds that happen all the time.
we have Hemis out here. I
That-
can't
that-
help
They're
it.
wonderful sound effects that add very confusing things to the game.
That was the intercom sound from the original Enterprise. How dare you?
That, yes, that was recognizable. The other thing,
Woodrow, you get 5 experience for having good taste.
It's the original, right? You can't go wrong with the original.
Exactly.
Luke, how are you?
well, I'm still up at Felines, so I'm good in that regard, and I'm also feeling much better. So yeah, I'm great. It was
I'm
good-
glad you're
good
feeling
weekend.
much better.
Yeah, we're both feeling much better.
At this
we were
point,
both-
are you just saying until you go to con?
No, I gotta get back to St. Augustine and get my my pop up banner, and
Oh yeah.
I gotta I gotta make sure that I'm actually ready. But I brought pretty much my entire studio up here, so I've been getting work done while I'm up here.
That's
you know.
good.
Yeah, I got
See,
all my
my
prints set
question-
up and sent. So
My question was going to be much shorter at this point. Are you just staying?
I mean,
Oh,
yes.
You're like, I mean, I've been away from the
Listen, I
family
like
so
it
long.
here. I'm just-
They've
I'm just saying.
adapted. I can just
they
stay.
don't even remember me.
I mean, my grandmother might not remember me by the time I get back, but
Oh,
Who the hell are you? Why are you in my house?
yeah, basically. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I always have a good time up here hanging out with my lady.
Yeah.
She's a lot of fun.
I'm going to have my lady on Friday. It's going to be
You-
awesome.
I almost shared the surprise for Regen, so I remembered and then didn't say it because I didn't want to ruin it for Shelby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... I'm like, what real surprise is there? Oh, just that.
Just that.
Remind me, I need to make that.
Woodrow, how are you?
yes.
Since we didn't just finish talking to you for 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, I've been doing
We
good.
didn't do it on air.
I've been essentially just trying to get work done, but all I can think about are these fucking recipes I need to get out of my head. I've been watching too much MasterChef.
That drink looked awesome.
Oh, it's not a drink. Wait, what, are you talking about the mango coconut?
Yeah.
Panna cotta. That's actually like a pudding almost.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
like the
I missed the
yogurt.
picture. I'll have to go back and
It
look.
basically looked like a margarita almost with the
It's a-
stuff around
yeah,
the
that's-
rim and yeah.
Yeah, that's what the goal is supposed to look like a drink, but it's because it's got the compote is a blood orange compote with Cointreau, orange liqueur, and cinnamon and vanilla, and then the panna cotta is mango, coconut, and blood orange. So it's fucking really good. It's so goddamn. It's probably the best thing I've ever made. Like it's a panty dropper for sure.
I'm
Luke,
glad that it turned out.
I know you hate the nickname, but I just almost called you that in chat. I resisted.
it
What?
was. It
Wow.
was.
Oh,
Do you not remember the forbidden nickname?
Oh,
yeah, okay.
the one with all the E's on the end of it?
Yes,
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
almost.
well,
It's
I
still in there
appreciate-
somewhere.
I appreciate you refraining.
It's a term of endearment. I'm just saying.
Right.
It's when everyone else started doing it that it made it fucked up.
Yeah, it did.
That's what I'm blaming everybody else doing it.
They put too much sass on it.
Yeah.
Yes, they ruined it. They ruined
They
it.
did. I'm still gonna say it.
As
As
if
always,
it wasn't ruined from the beginning. It's just, okay.
It was not.
Hey, I'm the one that gave it to you. First off, and secondly, listen here, bitch. Okay, it was out of love.
Yeah.
Are
So-
you sure? I'm pretty sure it was just mostly because it annoyed me.
No, it
What was
wasn't.
the
It was
reaction?
originally out of love, and then it annoyed you, and then other people thought it was funny that it annoyed you, and then it became
And they
really
warped
negative.
it into something foul and evil.
I was very upset. Thank you very much.
Also, just to
You can call me Shay if you want. That's just
Yeah,
weird.
no, that's,
doesn't
no.
roll off the tongue.
call her Shay Nene.
Oh, don't do that.
That's
Please don't do that. That actually was my nickname for a while because
I
people
know.
couldn't remember my name. So
By the
what's up,
way,
Shanene?
I actually like every nickname you can derive from Alex now that it's legally my name. Like Lexi is
Shady.
fine.
Feline, that's a good one. Feline says
You are shady.
Shady.
That's actually legit. That's gonna end up on a volleyball jersey now. That's good. I have to make that one and Ricochet.
It needs it needs to be
Slim Shady.
now that you've lost 60 pounds.
70, thank you.
Whatever.
Oh,
A lot.
That's a bad pun, but it's
About 75.
Yep. And I see you, Feline, with the hard time getting out of the duct tape. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's her
Don't,
favorite.
Luke, don't.
Favorite accoutrement of entrapment.
Use gaffer's tape.
Favorite
It's
binding agent. I don't
Gaffer's tape is not better.
It's better. It's heat resistant.
know. Mm-hmm.
I like underwear. I like when they tie me up with underwear.
I don't.
I don't know where
You're
we are.
wiry though. You're
What's
wiry.
happened?
They need long johns. So in the winter, yeah. You're wiry. You'd
No,
squirm.
I've seen the roll of Gorilla Tape that she has, so I'm being
Just
very-
use Gorilla
very
Glue.
cautious.
Gorilla Glue.
I wouldn't say
Gorilla
favorite.
glue.
I'm learning so
Handcuffs
much
are
about
good.
so many people I consider siblings, and it's very
Mhm.
creepy.
Classic rope.
Yep.
I'm just picturing Woodrow tied naked to a chair,
Why are you
using-
picturing Woodrow naked? Period.
using like
We already
18
went through the dream.
18 pairs of underwear. No, remember like Road Trip with the chick with the
Yeah.
cheetah underwear, like those.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you do? Kill a cheetah?
Yeah, and you in your Viet Cong hat,
Yeah.
just sitting there.
Gotta have the Viet Cong hat. Otherwise it
Yes,
doesn't work.
yes. and
Are
and
y'all
and,
done? Can I put the
Ooh.
headset
And
back
you're-
in?
and your rifle hiding your manly bits
Oh my gosh! I come back for manly bit.
Okay.
as you should,
Right.
as you
We
should.
need to stop. I need to focus.
We knew this was gonna be a shit show. Come on.
Yeah.
This is painful. This is supposed to be D&D. Can we not talk about bedroom habits of two people I consider brothers to me? Fucking not what I
Look.
want to hear.
Look,
I've
Luckily,
tuned
I'm
out of this
joking.
entire conversation, so
we did
I
not have
couldn't,
a
it was
session
so loud
0,
in my
so
ear.
you could not object to the erotic roleplay in advance. So that's
I have
this
a
is why
standing
we needed.
objection.
No,
to
this is
all
why
of
we
this.
needed a session 0. The thing we didn't get.
Standing objection to all of the erotic roleplay.
Same.
Like,
Yes, Feline, I will take a drink.
I will
She made
take
me
one
a
too.
bomb ass martini last night during Topicless. I'm just saying, it was fucking delicious.
I have
Beefeater
so I have
gin. Mm-hmm.
I have a new mini fridge. I have my wine fridge that's out in the main area, and then I have a really small one that's here, and it's currently filled with wine and pre-made cocktails, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to grab one.
You may have one, but remember, a lot of those are
I'll-
coming with you.
No, only the one, and then I'll get maybe a beer.
Don't forget, you need to get a new beer. My stepdad drank Shay's beer that she left in the fridge. He's like, well, I didn't want it to go bad. It's like, yeah. Drunk fuck.
Yes, a dark and stormy would be appropriate.
Are we ready to kick this
Echo is
off?
Trippy.
No.
And yes, baby bat, the echo is trippy, and that does make sense. Did you guys even hear my awkward? I played awkward.
have no idea what you mean.
Not at all.
Echo.
I can do this all night.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what was that?
It was my awkward button. I have a button that's labeled awkward, so I hit
Why
it.
didn't you hit that earlier?
I did hit it earlier, but
Oh.
y'all kept fucking talking, so none of you heard it.
Ah.
That sounds about right.
Hold on.
It sounded like somebody throwing up.
Try that again.
Laughter.
Oh,
It sounded like a
okay.
chicken to me.
It's horrible.
No, it cut out. That's why it like started
Oh,
and then
wait.
it instantly cut out.
The funny thing is, I can't hear any of these.
Push it
That
again.
just sounded like radio static.
Mm.
That was supposed to be giggling. I don't know what's up. I don't know why my
It's
stuff
because
isn't
they've
working.
never been used. Push it one more time.
Nope.
No.
I mean,
Oh, I know why.
I
Hold
can
on.
echo
Hold on.
if we're doing.
No. Now do it. Push the button again. Yeah.
Yep.
Reduce mic background noise tries to grab the effect.
Ah,
Wow, really?
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. That's why all my
Yeah.
stuff sounds stupid. I have
Janky.
something called din, and I can't remember what it is.
Push it.
And then I have din and 9277. I don't know what any
Gunga
of these
din?
are.
Push it.
No, there's din, and then there's din. So din,
Huh.
That's a crow squawking.
Boom, keep.
and then din.
Bing bing bing.
Oh, ding ding. They forgot the G.
They're
What happens
Asian.
when your board's made in China?
Yep.
Din.
They're like din. I was like, I don't know what that means. Why are you yelling at me? Anyway,
Yeah,
You
Feline
forgot
makes good use of her
9277.
sound effects board, but it's on her phone.
so
some
the
of it's
shit thing for
programmable.
me, is the way that my soundboard is set up. I can hit them and you all can hear them, but I don't hear anything. So it's just
Yeah,
silent
you would
for
have to
me.
turn monitor on. Hit 9277.
Oh, 9277.
That's music. It's jazz
Nice.
music.
I like
That's
that.
right. I remember now. I remember.
That almost sounds like that. Bam, 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 bam. That fucking sexy saxophone song.
I almost wish that
Sounds
they did.
like the theme song to Moonlighting.
No, it
This
does
doesn't.
not. No, it does not. How dare you?
Ooh.
That doesn't, but the other thing reminded me of. Or maybe it was just the McDonald's commercial with Mac Tonight.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
See, I wish instead of them doing 9277, they did 6 5000 because that I would remember.
Dun, 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 dun.
Translate 6-5. Oh. Anyway. All right, we ready for this recap now that we've effectively bullshitted for 15 minutes?
I guess.
We gotta give people a chance to find that we're here, even though nobody watches this until we're like hitting the first boss battle.
Was there a tweet for tonight's
Yeah.
show?
It was a retweet of the last tweet, so that's
Okay.
yeah.
It came from Red Valkyrie.
about that. Yeah,
It did
no,
come
I
from
got-
Red Buck.
I got no notification about it.
Same. All right, so last time on Dice Names and Dudes, the party survived the demon horde waiting for them in liminal space.
And then they
With
had a
the
coke
facility-
party.
Yeah, the music is fucking hilarious. With the facility now to themselves,
Horrible.
Kronos discovers that Manos was using the facility to siphon the soul essence of Steve's from across the multiverse. After looting the warehouse, the party must decide how to proceed with Steven, who is currently hooked up to a Manos device keeping him alive. So that's essentially where we last left off. You guys had defeated both Baylor Talk, the barbarian dragon lord. You had beaten 2 cyber demons and their little horde of chicken.
Right.
Essentially.
Chickens.
And then you guys had searched the facility to find 5 data nukes, 1.4 million gold, or 4,000 gold. The souls of Steve's and Stephen Prime, who is essentially attached to a bunch of Manos technology that's very invasive and keeping him alive. There's also 4 drones that are in the room keeping him alive on the computers that you guys could just essentially just kill at any time because they're not fully there. They're just like mindless homunculuses. So once you take them out, keeping Steve alive will be on you, though.
Mm-hmm. So I was going to ask, is there anything that we have that could do like a portable life support kind of thing? I don't know what's on your ship.
There was
Kronos.
equipment that was in the one of the other bays that we would need to drag over and probably hook him up to, and then we can take out the homunculi.
Let's do that then. Yeah.
All right.
Who
So
has-
one of you,
Bryn, you're strong. You're strong.
Like fair.
Yeah.
Like Enar. Strong like Enar. Cool, so I'm carrying shit.
Yes.
I mean,
Por favor.
think it might
Okay.
be on a cart.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Aren't there stairs?
there's a little elevator that leads up to the top floor, but you still have to, go across like a little walkway.
my
or whatever,
strength is
so-
18. I'm sure
Yeah.
I can at least walk it.
Yeah.
if I
Look,
needed
I was-
That is no
to.
problem.
Okay, in all honesty, I was trying to think of something that Bryn could help doing, since she probably won't be doing medicine checks or stuff like. I was.
I can't even
How-
be mad about that though. That's very true because Bryn typically in these parts of our game, Bryn is usually chasing butterflies or
Exactly.
sharpening Axie.
Or
Or-
dance communicating with this.
Communicating with a bunch of freaking ants, like playing with the dogs. Like that's fair. It's a fair thing for
Thank you.
Dis
Thank
to
you.
worry about.
So I was trying.
I like that you're
Someone
like,
has.
I want to include her. Can you just let her carry the thing?
Someone has to get Enar to load all the shit in the ship.
Exactly, and we all know Enar loves to ignore Dis because Dis has sprayed him with the bottle a few times and been like, "No, down, bad Enar," and so Enar clearly likes me better, so he listens to me.
That is true.
So
Pretty sure this
First-
shocks no one.
the first checks, once Bryn gives you guys the equipment that you need to hook Steve up to, is I'm gonna need an engineering check from one of you, and you guys can do each other advantage and highest
not me.
roll, or
I will
have a
help.
plus 13.
I will help Kronos because mine
Kronos
is plus,
has a plus 13.
mine is
plus
plus
13 to
3.
engineering and use computer. So yeah.
Oh, my engineering is a plus 0. If that ever is gonna help anyone, Woo.
Thank you for the assistance, babe.
Got you.
Like, the power is on.
I just run up and I'm like, Kronos, I'm gonna help you, and I hand him a paperclip. Like the thank you, pat on the head, go away.
Kronos cracks his knuckles. I'm gonna do some programming. Bren's like, screwdriver?
Pencil?
I bend the paperclip into a little, crane or something like that, and I set it on the desk.
No,
Yay!
it has to be clippy.
No.
With the suggestions.
It's like the rubber duck theory. Like, that's a legitimate thing for programmers, and so it would be hilarious if Kronos' rubber duck is a paperclip crane. Do you not know the rubber duck theory?
We're getting sidetracked.
Shut up. No, it takes 5 seconds. When somebody's programming stuff and they run into an issue and they can't figure out where the problem is, you explain it to a rubber duck on your desk. And in talking through it, typically you end up finding the problem and then can fix it. So it's called the rubber duck theory. And so most programmers keep rubber ducks on their desk.
17 seconds.
Okay.
Interesting.
So with dis helping, I get advantage?
Correct.
Okay. So that was pretty good, and the second roll was a fucking 1, so I'll take the 18.
Plus 13
plus,
is 31.
Plus 13, so 31.
Okay. 31 for the first check. That's good. DC is not going to change. Now, one from somebody or from both. I need a medicine check.
My medicine is plus 6.
We have a
So is
plus
mine.
5. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to help Bryn.
Bryn's gonna do something useful. Hold on.
Yeah, that's why we're letting you do it.
Hold up. Oh my
wait,
gosh. I got
wait, I know your dice. Hold on.
No. I'm gonna use Cheshire.
Oh my
I'm gonna use Cheshire. I won't use the big one. The big one's
There's
crucial.
also
at least you get advantage.
And there's bardic inspiration and guidance if chosen. There's
Oh,
also
God.
there's
Yeah.
I like
Where's
how
that
every
guy?
time I go to roll, it's like give everything. Just
Yeah,
give
I haven't used
everything.
any bardic
Everyone's
inspiration,
like-
so there you go. You got an extra D10.
And a D4.
All right, hold on. We got this. We got a D10.
Let's not let Steve die, huh?
I look. I got it. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I got a burger, fries, and a Cheshire cat. It's gonna be great.
I don't know what just happened. I feel like I just had a trip, an acid trip a little bit, but just let me know what you roll on your hamburger.
Remember, Woodrow.
We're all mad here.
So 12, 22, 23, plus 6, 28.
Was
All right.
12 the highest of the 2D20?
Yes.
Oh.
I just I don't
Unless
wanna
you would
brag,
like
but
the
look how much
3.
my baby loves me.
Unfair feline.
Skull, beautiful.
I'd prefer a stein of some kind.
Dude, I have a drinking horn. I would totally drink out of a drinking horn right now.
Yeah, drinking
It's
horns
just-
are dope. I've
just-
always wanted to get one at the Ren Fair.
They're expensive, and
Mhm.
they're very hard to find. You can't
Good
have
quality
like a
ones.
you can't they're so hard to find a cup holder for your desk.
You gotta
Well, see,
get
that's
it.
why
Essentially,
she got
yeah.
a set that has the base,
Yeah,
so you can just slide it in there.
That's what
and then
mine
it
has too,
sits. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, these are fucking great. She's also got the smaller like actual cups that have the cut off bottom.
The flat.
Yeah. But yeah, I love these because they have the other part of the horn with the stand.
I've
And they're
never
way
even seen a
fucking
stand
awesome.
for them.
Holding them feels awesome. I love
Oh,
those
yeah.
things. They're so
I-
sick.
I should have rolled Big Dude because I mean, he apparently
Hey.
likes me today.
Got a fucking delicious dark and stormy in here.
Yeah, you can stop rubbing it in at any time. By the way, Shay, for safety,
Oh,
I've
sorry.
placed the scotch 6 feet away from me.
That is. Thank you. That is good.
I'm getting
All
ready
right.
to get it. Luke is taunting us.
So,
Feline
As you-
hand.
Yep. Feel like-
as you
dogs.
begin your
Yeah,
medicine
you have a
check
set of 'em. Yeah.
with your
Mhm.
sort of shamanistic
Yeah.
skills,
Yeah.
you
Them gorgeous hands.
remove parts of the Manos technology that seems like it might not be necessary, and essentially are going over him, trying to get him in a place where you can move him from where he's at. You're trying to essentially disconnect him from all the shit that's keeping him here. And as you're doing that and pulling things out, you notice that you start to pull one, and you can see all of the all of his readings, his medical readouts start to change and fluctuate, and you can see the brain activity spikes, heart rate and all that stuff increases. It was at like a very low, like almost like a coma state, but it all starts to kick up almost like he's coming alive, and then eventually his eyes open and you can see they're almost like cataract over. They're kind of like white, and he's looking around and he's like, "Okay, get me out of here, get me out of here!" And you can see he's sort of panicking, and as he's coming to, the vitals are all sort of raising, like he's having sort of like an episode of some kind.
Oh shit!
So, what do you guys do to calm him down? Either like persuasion.
I'm gonna
poison?
talk
I was
to
gonna
him.
say persuasion would be, but
Okay.
oh fuck this.
Okay.
Talk.
My persuasion is great.
Actually talk. Don't do your normal persuasion.
I wasn't going
Be
to
comforting.
intimidate.
Be comforting and loving and caring. That side.
I'm going to take his hand if he still has a hand.
He has a hand.
Sorry.
You know, like you take someone's hand, like
Yeah.
like when they're shot or something like that.
Mhm.
You know, with the interlocking thumbs, right? And I'm gonna lean over, and I'm gonna tell him, "We're here to help you. We're working on getting you out of here. We're going to take you to safety. It'll be okay, Steve."
Okay. He makes a save, and go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
All right. Oh, just one. Yeah, just one, because no one assisted me with this.
You can't really. I mean,
Well, that's good.
I don't think I can give you a bardic inspiration for that.
it kind of is a reaction, so yeah, it's not a planned thing.
Hold on, wait. I have enhance ability.
It's okay. 30.
Okay.
All right. 30.
It wasn't an 18, it was a 19.
For this skill challenge, then, was a 31, a 28, and a 30, which is good. You say that, and you can see his eyes. They don't. You can't see if they focus or not. 'Cause you can't really see any pupils, but they sort of move towards you, and his face sort of relaxes. And he goes, "Your voice sounds familiar. Please, just get me out of here. I trust you."
I thought he was gonna say your voice sounds comforting. I was gonna say that's a first for this.
Yes, it is.
No, not comforting, just familiar.
It's familiar, and that's far more accurate.
Familiar. Does he look familiar?
Well, I mean, he looks kind of like your Steve, right? Except this is Steven. It's just a different Steve from the multiverse. But he is connected to Manos, and Manos has been keeping an eye on you almost the whole time. So
That is
probably
true.
some sort of. He's probably heard you as Manos scries on you.
Can I do a medicine check and see, I guess, how many hit points he's down, or if there's anything else
Yeah.
I
affecting
was
him?
actually just about to get the staff of healing.
All right. 14 plus... Where's my medicine? 14 plus 6?
The 20. That's not bad. So you're using the tech that you've hooked him up to, and kind of going over his vitals. And what specifically are you looking for again? Just how much health point he's at and stuff, right?
Yeah, how much health he's at, and any kind of, I guess, status effects, like obviously probably exhaustion, but like is there anything still affecting him, like curses, poisons, bad
So-
medicine?
There is heavy drugs in his system that seem to be coming from what you removed him from, the things you removed him from. So that's going away, but it still is in his system. He's health-wise seems to be at about 10 hit points ish. Very flimsy for someone of your caliber, assuming he's at the same level of your Steve. So he's pretty low on hit points, but he's got like a little smidgen of vitality. It's not like he's hanging on at just 1 hit point, but there's also heavy exhaustion. So he's got like 4 to almost 5 levels ish of exhaustion. So he's about dead from just eating gruel and sitting in bed this whole time, being left in a coma. So he's got some recovering to do that will probably be just time based. And you have 5 days of travel, so in those 5 days, he might feel better at the end of them.
All right.
Gotcha.
So if I cast Lesser Restoration on it, will it clear the drugs from his system?
So yes, I believe, because I believe the lesser gets rid of poisons, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Then yes, it would help against the sort of drugs that are in his system.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and cast Lesser Restoration on him with the Staff of Healing.
As you do that, you can see the way he's sort of moving around with his head, and he starts to have more motion in his body. His arms and his legs are sort of moving, and it's almost like he wants to get up and move, except with all the stuff in him, you're probably going to have to transport him on a bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So at this point, is it like equipment to maintain his health or monitor his health that we're leaving him up to?
So it's a little bit of both. It's to monitor and maintain the tech that's still in him, but at some point, maybe, down the line, he'll want to remove that, or maybe it can't be removed. That's kind of unclear at the moment. But he's got like a deeply infused, like biotech, kind of grafted onto his body.
Does the blindness that he's experiencing appear to be as a result of like a spell, potion, poison, something like that, or does it appear that he has been permanently blinded?
It actually doesn't seem like he is blind. He's having a hard time seeing. So he's not like fully blind, but it just looks like there's some cataract there. So yeah, he's got cloudy vision, but he's not like blinded. I think the Lesser Restoration would actually clear that up though. So.
Okay.
Yeah, his eyes the cloudiness would go away when the chemicals are sort of washed out of his system.
About to say, I might have some castor oil on the ship. That's seriously supposed to get rid of cataracts. I just learned that the other day, thanks to that awesome one that just came and brought me a drink. I didn't know that. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Mass Cure Wounds. What is everybody's hit points like right now? Because I'm down
50.
I'm down over 100.
I'm down
50
46
now.
All right, so yeah, I'll go ahead and cast Mass Cure Wounds now. When I cast this, can I upcast it at like it's a 5th level?
Was this in the staff? Was this put in the staff?
Yeah, this is just the Staff of Healing, so it's just at 5th level.
I believe if you have put more charges into it, you can. At least that's how I would have built it. I don't know if that's how the rules actually are, but that's how I would use it.
Okay, we casting the spell using a spell slot of 6th level or higher. Healing increases by 1d8 for each slot above 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, I have 8 charges left on the thing. So if I cast using 7, so that's 2 extra d8 healing. Is that correct?
And you said it's a 5th level and you're casting
Yes.
7th? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it would be 2 extra d8.
All right. So yeah, then that's what I'm going to go ahead and do then. And
How many
so
people does this hit?
This hits all of us.
Does it? I'm looking for a number.
Mass Cure Wounds choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on that point. Each target regains hit points equal to 3d8, so it's got to be 5d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
So,
which is 5.
My point being, let me call the assassin chick in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's already there with you guys.
And include Steve in this so that we get the best effect of all of it. Because I don't know if she took any damage.
She did. She got blown up by a chicken.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Did we get that on video?
I think she was worried about, a lot of other things going on.
Well, when she saw the demons, she's kind of like, "What the fuck did I get myself into?"
Like, let's deal with the demons, and a chicken comes up, it's like, "Bark!" and then blows up. She's like,
that's the usual reaction when hanging out with this crew.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Uh huh.
Or in Namgal's case, he runs away and gets capped.
I mean,
we
that's
brought
what
him
got
back.
For running. We brought him back.
Had to go to Valhalla to rescue him.
I feel like we bring Namgolg back and he's like, huh, I'm here again. And he's like, so the options were Valhalla or here with you assholes. It's like, yes, those are your only two options. There are no other options.
Just gonna start trying to commit suicide.
Oh my gosh, it's just like that fucking dog from that show.
Let's not use the S word, please. Self-delete.
All right, so everybody gets 32 back. I know it's not a whole lot, but you know, it's something.
Can I say sewer slide?
Probably not.
Are you talking about Ninja Turtles on skateboards?
Yeah, well, that's a
Sewer slide.
Yeah.
Sewer slide.
Yeah, it's definitely doesn't sound like it.
Brian, how low are you still? Brian? How low are you still?
Sorry. I got caught up in the music. 18.
Alright, 2d8 plus 6.
Alright, and I also, let's see, I also still have...
Oh, nice. 8, 10 plus 6 is 16. You're how low?
18.
Well, get 16 back and deal with it.
I don't have a problem being low. Y'all are the ones that are...
I have 3 potions of healing supreme left.
Save them.
I was going to drink one myself and hand another one to Steve if he could drink it or help him drink it.
Yeah, you could help him drink it.
Shove it in his mouth.
You're gonna...
Ooh, giggity.
I'm gonna say this telepathically. You're gonna waste a fucking supreme?
I mean, I suppose
Wait.
I could give him
Hold on.
superior.
Hold on. I have 4 Supremes.
Whatever.
We're trying to stabilize this guy, man.
Look,
He's stable.
I have 4 Supremes, a Superior, and a Greater.
Well, remember,
How many?
someone
Go ahead.
ran out of some potions last session, so I know one person doesn't have any more superiors. Was that you, Kronos?
No,
Yes, I am out of superiors.
Okay.
I think I have 1 greater.
I gave
How many
everything but my supremes to Brent.
I have 3
Gotcha.
supremes left.
So then why don't I give him a Supreme?
Okay.
I'm gonna kill you both.
All right, remember to mark it down in the quantity.
Get over it. Get over it, Si.
So
We have the biggest fight of our lives coming up.
Have done.
and I have time to make more potions before the biggest fight of our
Thank
lives.
you for jinxing that. I appreciate that.
Suddenly, there's a time war.
I know.
God damn it!
You
What do
run
I
into
roll?
Manos on the way back.
10d4. I don't have 10d4. So. Is it? It's 10d4 and what? Plus 20, right?
Hang on.
Yes.
10d4 plus 20. Yes.
Okay. 33.
Okay.
No, 43.
43.
All right. So you guys
A
think
plus
that at
10.
this point he's close to full.
Okay.
He's got 30, 40, 31, 43. And then,
9, 10.
yeah,
What are you doing now?
that's Kurt's full health.
I'm healing myself because I'm still down
okay.
like over 100 hit points.
A bajillion D.
So is he full now, Woodrow, or just close to full?
Close.
He's up there, yeah. He's about like a little over halfway. So he's got a lot of hit points to work with. $85. And you get, let's see, who's on the ship? Frog Knight and Silvar. So Silvar would send a message at some point during this that just says, I don't like what's going on and everything's too quiet. spooky out here. Is everything okay on your end?
We're doing awesome.
That sounds potentially bad.
We'll be back soon.
Good to hear. I will be happy as soon as we're on our way out of this place. All right.
I got 49 back with the plus 20.
Nice. Okay.
A little less close to death's door, which is nice.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
Add 56.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. What are you
And
using
that
to
puts
heal?
me at full.
A second,
yeah.
third, and fourth level cure wounds.
Okay. Heard.
Well, thank you.
I have one more second level left. That's my last spell slot. I always try to save one just in case.
Just in case. All right. Well, I mean, with Bryn using one of her supremes, I still have 2 supreme healing potions left, and
I thought you had 3.
He used one on himself.
I just used one on myself.
Oh, on himself. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So that put
I
me
was
back up
like,
to 4.
hold up.
Yeah.
All right, so now everyone's either above half in the case of NPCs or close to full.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, good. Let's leave.
Okay.
All right.
Then I'm going to lock a torpedo on this bitch.
So you guys open the the door, letting the pressure out into the void to get back to your ship. As you begin to head out into the part of the destroyed space station where you parked the van at, you can see like out into the void. You can't really see your ship because the darkness becomes impenetrable at some point. But you also see a lot of those dead bodies that are still there, sort of spinning around in the space. But there seems to be a lot more of them here than there was before, sort of spinning and twisting in the void between you and the vehicle. So almost no matter how you move, you're going to be within at least 10 feet of some of these bodies. So how do you want to proceed? Because they're essentially scattered everywhere.
Are
You
they?
don't have a giant like magnet for collecting
Well, I
them,
mean-
dragging them.
Can I mage hand them out of the way since they're floating?
Technically, you can because they're weightless.
Also,
Alright.
wouldn't we want to potentially search some of these bodies?
Search them?
Oh, what if
What?
they have good stuff?
Babe, I love you.
You literally always want to search the bodies. The one time I suggest it, you act like I grew a third eye. I'm just saying,
Search,
if
loot, same.
Same.
but different. But
look,
still same.
what I'm looking at is maybe some of them have some healing potions, or
Okay, so can I pat
charges.
the bodies down with mage?
No, you can't because you are not a rogue.
Oh, that's a thing rogues can do?
Yeah, rogues with
Yes.
if they're a thief
We can
caster,
pickpocket with it.
and you can disarm traps
Well, I
with
knew
it.
that. Yeah, arcane trickster, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I gave up my mage hand.
I mean,
Yep.
it only comes in handy in certain circumstances, so I completely understand why.
Like these.
Yeah.
By the way, Woodrow, is there even a remote possibility that any of these bodies would have energy cells?
For your gun, no.
Damn it!
We did
Considering you had
rescue
to
the chick
custom-
that made them.
I only have
Yeah.
good because I need a lot more. I have one.
Why don't you radio ahead so she can work on it? Because it takes a while.
Can I radio ahead so she can work on it?
So as you try to radio from dark space, it doesn't seem to penetrate the liminal space you're in.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Alright, so
Whatever happened to subspace radio? Damn it.
We didn't
it's a
pay for the
thing.
upgrade.
You're just
Look,
not in subspace.
We didn't get the data plan. That was the problem.
Yeah.
'Cause we were
your
like,
data
No,
plan
we don't
broke.
ever use subspace.
We don't have galaxy-wide roaming. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. We're in a dead spot. Dead space.
flying over the Atlantic. See, what we needed was that newfangled shit from Elon Musk, where cell phones talk to satellites. Yeah, finish drinking that, Luke. Since I can, I think, see 60 feet, and I have a rope, can I start lassoing these guys? And
Lasso? You want to lasso them?
Is that the French?
I have no idea. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, somebody tell me what I should pick between strawberry limeade, blue raspberry lemonade, or just blue raspberry.
Okay, pick blue raspberry, and I'll tell you why. Because I want you to
'Cause they're
bring
not
blue
real.
raspberry lemonade with you, so that we can both have a sip. Why don't you drop a die in there, and that'll be how you roll.
Yeah, right. Drop a die, hold it up, and be
Whatever you
like,
see when you
got a
take a
20.
drink.
Why would I do that? This is my
And,
drink.
it'll
Because
be
it'd
like
be fun, and then every time you take a drink, it could rattle around, and you'd have a new roll.
every time. Yeah, you re-roll on taking a drink.
This sounds like it could get out of hand real quickly. I
Good.
don't know that this is a good idea.
So in other words, the next time we do a one-off, that's what we're doing.
All right, as long as everybody else is doing the same thing, it'll be a fucking
Let's all
drink in
just
one
get
shot.
clear bottom tankards and start rolling this way.
This thing's pretty fucking badass.
Wow, the second I typed in D20 space MA, it came up with what I wanted: a D20 magic 8-ball.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's because it's listening to you.
It is. Either through StreamYard or the fact that I have an Amazon device.
So,
I'm gonna go
Chronos,
with
you're-
yes for both.
you're going
Yeah,
with
go-
Mage Hand. Dis, you're going with lassoing.
What is that?
Lassoing.
Oh,
Luke was occupied when
He
that
was
joke
so
was happening.
excited.
like what is this
What is a
foreign
lasso?
language?
Lasso.
What does lasso do? That sounds interesting. It's lasso.
Sounds
Oh.
fun.
I have not heard of this spell. Oh, I'm just gonna drink. My
Is it
drink.
French? It sounds
Hey.
French.
Actually, yes, it did sound French.
It
That's what I
does.
said. French lassoing.
Lasso.
Or as I call it,
Lasso.
bondage.
Oh my god. Why are we back here?
Well, we
Why-
know where Woodrow's mind has been for the last
We've
Tying up with
however long.
underpants. So, do I need to make a roll to entangle these bodies?
Yes, you do. And you need to get closer than 60 feet. But as you get within 60 feet, because you're trying to throw a lasso in 0G, which I don't know if you know this, is pretty hard.
That's definitely harder than throwing it.
I'm
in
glad
the wall.
centrifugal force is still a thing.
Oh, it is.
Barely. Because there's
But,
no air resistance, so gravity isn't going to, like, pull the loop away. I'm going to have to basically hula hoop this bitch. Like, seriously, treat the loop of rope like a hula hoop and throw it that way, like in a swirl.
Gotcha. So, as you start to approach to get within range of this, which I think since your rope is 20 feet or 60 feet or whatever, and you are throwing it,
200 feet, but okay.
well, throwing objects has a 60-foot range at disadvantage. This is also like zero gravity, so it's kind of wonky. So I'm giving you just a typical like dagger throwing range with this rope. So it's gonna be 20 feet, 60 feet disadvantage. But as you start to get into range, you essentially can see all around you are these spinning. Some of them are void elves, some of them are human, some of them are other species you haven't quite seen in this galaxy yet. And one of them is within 60 feet. As you approach that one, you can see the eyes sort of flick open and meet yours. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, joy. Against anything
Damn
in
it! I knew
particular?
there were going to be zombies at some point.
They're not zombies. They're mummies, okay?
So you're doing a con.
Is it like
Oh, no,
a
it's-
charm
No,
or just a straight con?
just a straight con.
Does it is it considered to be a check?
15. Yes.
No,
Okay.
this is a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's a
So
save.
it's not the
It's
same as a
happening in
check.
a reaction. So there's nothing you can really do unless you have a reaction that lets you do something.
Spell.
With my bonus 18. I'm
Okay.
looking to see if there's anything else. No, not as a reaction.
So you are immune to the damage because you made the save, but there's a moment when you catch eyes with this thing, you have an almost out of body experience. It's like your soul is ripped from your body and pushed back, almost like that scene in Doctor Strange. You sort of just this moment where you push back, you can see your body make eye contact with this thing, and you can see it sort of frozen in time, direct eye line with your body, and you can see your friend sort of looking over at your body as your body almost begins to crumple at the knees, but then it snaps back to your body, and you realize you've shunted off whatever ability this was, but it is a very dangerous ability.
Yeah, no shit.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my projectile blast, which has a range of 120 feet, and I'm just going to blast everything out of our fucking way.
Okay. Go ahead
just-
and roll me initiative.
All right, then.
All of us.
Yep. Everyone.
So glad I healed up before this. Thank you,
It is
Dis.
popping off.
23.
17 plus 10, 27.
21.
Oh my gosh, I beat somebody on initiative?
You did.
It's a miracle.
Merkel.
Nat 20, so that gives them 19. Because they're mummies, but they're void mummies. They've been
Mummies
preserved in the void of
alive.
space. So essentially, your turn goes as this sort of snaps, and there's that reaction. Since you didn't have effect, you're actually first, as you can see. Bryn sort of getting ready for combat, and Kronos lifting his hand using his blast ability like he's about to do, but you actually have the initiative. You beat them all.
I'm deciding between my two rifles.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily need to 100% kill them. Just getting them out of range of 60 feet from you is enough to, because if you want to just beeline to your ship, you can. You don't have to sit here and plink away at them and take all their hit points down. The goal is to kind of move them.
All right, so I'm going to
why I'm
use
using
the
projectile.
disc rifle because it does force damage.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Yes. Damn it! I wish this was a. Is this a? The disc rifle uses the dex modifier. Does that mean it's a finesse firearm?
No. Finesse weapons are only light melee weapons.
I'm sorry. 1 second. Where the hell is it?
I think pistols.
I vote we
and crossbows
GTFO,
might
but-
count.
Oh, that's
What?
what we're trying to do. We're trying to clear a path.
Yeah, you only need to clear a path.
I am curious, though, as to why Manos left all of these bodies out here in the void. Are they just a
Trying to-
minefield for us, or for anybody
you-
trying to stop this?
Make me an either a survival or an Arcana check.
You know
Can
what?
I also,
Maybe even a history. Go ahead, Bryn. Sorry.
can I also make a check?
I'll
to see
take
if I can
survival. It's a
figure it out?
+5.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Maybe you can roll.
use the 50 instead.
Oh! I got a nat 20, so 32.
I mean, I got a dirty 20.
Okay, so Kronos, you're kind of looking around. And you say that out loud, right? As you're kind of thinking to yourself, you sort of mumble
Yeah.
or whatever. And Bryn, you happen to hear
10.
what he says,
Mhm.
and you go. Essentially, you think, I'm not going to say what you say, but in your head, you realize that these weren't left here by Manos. This space station was just ripped apart, and these bodies are left adrift in space, but a space that's also a liminal space, so their souls maybe didn't go anywhere, or something happened to them, but they created some kind of undead, and they've been mummified by this liminal space and the void.
Trapped in
So
between.
they're void mummies.
Okay. I relay
Creepy
that on.
and fucking cool.
Were you counting up damage? I think I heard you counting.
Oh, 26 to hit.
Oh, a 26 to hit, that hits, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Knowing where they are doesn't give me advantage. Like, absolutely knowing where each and every one of these fuckers are doesn't give me advantage. Is that correct?
Yeah, you don't have advantage just because you know where they are.
Okay. Sorry, I just remembered something about undead in my stuff, so I was reading over it real quick. All right.
Wait, does your thing give you advantage on undead or something, or is it?
No, I absolutely know, regardless of environment, where every undead is within 60 feet of me, 6 times per short rest. So.
Okay. Well, since you can see in the darkness, that doesn't help you. What that would do is take away disadvantage from you being in darkness if you couldn't see them.
Gotcha.
But,
all right.
But, yeah.
I'm rolling damage, so let's see here.
Fuck him up.
So you can disintegrate one of these.
Yeah, I was thinking about using the 50 instead, but I'm deciding against it because that's necrotic damage, and I don't think necrotic is going to do a lot against the mummy, so. 38 plus 7.
Yeah, and you think the amount of mummies you can see that are sort of like directly in the way of moving is about 5.
These are normal bullets, by the way. I'm not wasting armor piercing.
Yeah, okay.
6, 12, 18, 19 plus 7, 26.
26 damage with regular bullet. All right. So, and you said you switched to the rifle instead of your disintegration, right?
No, it's the disc rifle. I said I was thinking about using the 50, but that does necrotic.
Gotcha.
I think.
No, it actually doesn't. It does whatever damage you have in the bullets. It's just because the base was the BFG, and it wasn't, for whatever reason on the BFG. It's not letting me change the base damage. I don't know why. It's been bugging me.
Actually, the disc rifle isn't force damage. It's radiant damage.
That's a similar thing. It's a pulse rifle base, so it's radiant damage base, but it does force. Disintegration is force, which is a good thing. Force goes through almost everything, and it takes down in walls of force. So you can shoot a wall of force with that gun, and it'll drop it.
Opposing force.
It functions similar to my scythe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So it's force.
Okay. And it was 26. You said.
Correct.
So, as you sort of lash out with your black, soundless beam, you actually hit one, and it just becomes dust. It kind of doesn't really blow away. It just sort of expands, and then it eventually becomes nothing.
Don't breathe that shit in.
I'm not. We're in space. I'm not breathing anything.
Listen, I'm just saying. Don't let it get near you. Probably don't travel through the cloud.
Did we ziplock Steve because we
kind of had to. We had to encase him in something to get him out through. That's
kind of my point. Is did we think about this before we did, or did we just shove an unprotected body out into space? Because I don't remember that discussion.
Fuck.
Lucky for you. The medical equipment you have him hooked up to actually provides that.
Because we're incompetent when it comes to fucking saving someone's life, apparently. Fucking it up, sure, we're great at it. But saving someone's life?
Yeah, there's a shield that goes over the bed that he's in, that you're transporting him in.
Well, the NPC assassin knows to hit the button for that, fortunately. All right, yeah. Since it's not a melee, do I get 2 attacks?
If it's not destroying and laying waste to something, we fucking suck at this, don't we?
If you use your bonus action to summon your shadow can't attack with a disintegration rifle. Yeah.
Okay.
Or since it's a ghost, it can just attack with melee or whatever the fuck you want it to attack.
Oh yeah, let's do melee. Why not? So I'll summon it towards one.
We're left. Nice. Okay. And you guys all go before the enemy.
1, 2. It's 2, not 3. I will take it. Does my shadow get elven accuracy?
Yeah. Yeah, it has
Good.
everything you do.
Yay. Poison's not going to be anything to these guys, so I'm going to save it. D8. Plus 1d10 plus... Seven plus 3d6. 6.
Oh, excuse me. Let's see what time is it on. I see.
Okay.
Oh,
So... Fuck.
yeah.
I just completely fucked this up. Alright, so... 27 regular damage.
Okay.
Should I keep rolling?
No, you don't have to keep
Okay.
rolling. Yeah, as long as you go over 24, you can stop counting.
Okay.
So you is this using another? This is using the rapier, right?
Yes.
From your shadow. Okay.
Yes.
So your shadow essentially lashes out and eviscerates another one, just kind of whipping with the lashes and sort of turning. Oh, nice, nice. So yeah, that one's gone too.
Because I remembered to use Elven Accuracy, so that actually let me roll.
So
Nice.
Bryn, you are next. And there's 3 left that are like in your way.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
What?
Did you get any of that on your mic?
What are you laughing about?
I'm laughing at that look on your face.
I'm thinking.
I know.
Hey, asshole.
It was cute. Shut up.
Can I? Do I have the feeling if I throw Axie, I'm gonna have trouble getting him back with the whole, zero gravity thing?
No,
I mean,
no, it
does it-
magically returns. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Thor's hammer.
What?
like
That's
Mjolnir.
what I assumed. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, I'll just chuck axes, I guess, at the
Okay.
guys that are in my way.
So
You've been
once you get-
magically put in jello, so it has trouble getting back to you.
Once you get within range, because 60 feet is your same thing, similar. You have a dagger throwing range on your axe.
Yeah.
You must make me a Constitution saving throw.
Look
You
at
meet
the eyes.
Yeah, as you meet the eyes of one of the mummies out there.
Look at the groin.
Yeah, unless you want to avert your eyes, but then because you do know about that because it happened to Dis, and you guys are all connected. You can't avert your gaze, but that's kind of the opposite of reckless. You're making an attack with
Then
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah. If you
I mean,
attack,
can
you can,
I? Can I just?
yeah,
do
you
that?
can you can counter it out. Close your eyes and then just recklessly throw Axie. And it'll be just a single roll though.
Okay. So it's all right. Gotcha.
Hail nerds! All right.
Oh, well.
So 16 plus 13, 29.
Nice.
To hit, yeah.
Am I still raging or?
No,
I didn't-
No, that would have
okay.
died. Yeah.
All right. So then 19 damage.
19 damage. Okay. So that one is still up.
Go again. Well, I miss. As is apparently now canon for me. I always hit the first time and always miss the second.
So as you sort of throw Axie and chop into one, you guys all sort of continue to move towards the van. Kronos, it would be your turn. And did you want to do anything with your bonus real quick, Bryn? I didn't ask you. Do you want to? Are you gonna try and are you gonna rage at this point or no? Are you just in flee mode?
I think I'll just go.
Okay, so yeah, Kronos.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my my arcane tattoos, the cantrip.
And that's the one. It does actually knock them back, right? It actually like moves them as
projectile. Yeah, it blasts them back. Create a blast, physical projectile that slams into the target. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d10 piercing damage. It's actually 4d10 at this point. If the creature is large or small, you push the creature up to 10 feet away from you. So yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So if you hit, you don't have to kill. You can actually just push them away, and that counts as essentially a kill because it clears the path. You know.
Okay. So...
Narratively, as you're all running, it's sort of almost like a skill challenge. Whoa.
$32 to hit.
Yeah. All right. So you hit, and that lowers it from 3 to 2. And that's a cantrip, correct? Is there anything you want to do with your bonus?
I mean, you know what? I'll go ahead and cast Spirit Shroud just in case.
Okay. What's the range on your cantrip, real quick?
120 feet on the cantrip on the arcane tattoos.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you don't have to get closer to hit. You can actually.
Oh hell no! I don't want to get
close
close
from
to those
away.
things.
Yeah, I just want to double check. All right.
Yeah.
So it's a low Constitution save, but it's pretty dangerous.
Listen, the less Constitution saves I have to try, the better.
All right. So you continue to move. There is still 2 in the way remaining. So. Dis, you're first in initiative. Are you going to move past this one going towards the truck, or are you staying where you're at essentially as part of your movement? Are you halting your movement to stop for this one, or are you continuing your movement past? Because you're essentially like, you know, their turn's coming. So if you run past, you're essentially, you know, you risk the attack of opportunity as a reaction, or you can sort of stop your movement and wait for the next round.
How many grenades you have? I'm just curious. The only reason why I didn't toss a grenade at the fuckers is because I'm running low on grenades.
Give me 1 second.
Well, I just need to know if you're stopping or if you're moving. Because it's not your turn. This is your reaction. Do you want to continue your movement past this mummy that didn't get dropped, or are you stopping?
I'll stop.
Okay. So you sort of use your movement on your turn as to move forward as they're sort of dropping, but one of them doesn't get halted, and you sort of stop, and everyone else is coming up behind you. And you can see some of the ones from beyond that sort of pitch black wall begin to hover in, and you can see that you're being surrounded slowly. But the only ones that can, because they're moving very slow, their double movement is only 40 feet. So they're moving very, very slow. They can only look at you. So these 2 are going to hover forward. And that's 2 attacks. A 6 and a 4. So they don't actually hit. So as you guys sort of halt your movement, you didn't want to run past this one that didn't get completely dropped. It sort of begins to hover forward at you, Dis, and then Bryn to your right, another one sort of hovers in really slow, and their arms come up and swipe at you, but they miss as you guys sort of move. And then it is, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
As you sort of, the other ones move to surround, and these ones move to attack. Dis, it comes back to your turn at the start of the second round initiative.
How close is my party to me?
Like 5 feet behind you, and then Kronos is 5 feet behind. 5 feet behind Bryn. So I'm assuming
Bless you.
you guys are all trying to move together, but Kronos stayed back a little ways out of their 60 feet range to pop shots out of him with his goggles.
Yep. Ain't
Okay.
taking no chances with that. I've encountered some mummies before. I didn't like it.
I'm going to attack the one that's in front of me.
And then do you want to move your shadow next to the one by Bryn?
Yeah, that's fine. The one in front of me, is that an undamaged one?
No, that one actually is the one that Bryn hit with the axe,
Okay.
so it actually has 19 damage done to it.
A 6.
So all you gotta do is touch it.
Part in
I-
general direction.
My to hit is shit. Okay. Is 34 to hit. So
And are you averting your eyes to attack?
yes, I'm looking at his chest.
Okay, so I need you to roll with disadvantage.
Okay, I will remove one of my advantages then. Is that how that works?
Oh, you rolled with advantage?
It's a finesse weapon,
Mm-hmm.
which means that I have advantage, correct?
Is that from the Elven thing?
Yeah.
So, okay, then I guess I don't know exactly all the things the elf thing gives. But if it says in the feat that you get advantage with finesse weapons, then yes, you would.
It's attack rolls made using dexterity.
Oh, then that's not just finesse weapons. That's anything that uses dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So you were limiting yourself with the finesse.
19 plus 16 is 35.
Yeah, that's gonna hit, and that's gonna be enough to.
Okay. And you know what? I don't even have to look. I close my eyes.
So, hold on. Elven accuracy doesn't give you advantage with finesse weapons. It's whenever you have advantage on an attack roll using dexterity. So you have to already have advantage, then you can roll the one extra. So you don't have advantage on this attack because it's right in front of you and your friends are behind you.
Then I'll roll disadvantage.
Yeah. That's why I was confused. I was like, I didn't realize it gave you advantage. That's
Can I
pretty
just
strong.
close my eyes and eliminate the disadvantage then?
Yeah, if you want to use blind sight, yeah.
Yeah. Then my original 19 plus 16 is what I would have
But
rolled.
did you roll that with advantage though?
No.
Wait.
The first time I rolled was with advantage. You said I don't actually get advantage. So then I re-rolled 1d20 and got a 19.
Oh, okay, I see. Then yeah, you could use that 19, yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have
So-
to do damage because it's only got it's got less than your plus left in health. So that's just
Right.
another one down.
So now I'm rolling for the one that's at
By
Bryn,
Yeah.
which means flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Plus I don't have to look. So the disadvantage isn't there.
Yeah.
The advantage is there.
Yep.
And finesse. Okay, yeah. So I'm 3 d20.
So-
Is that right?
Yeah, and don't think of it as finesse because you're limiting yourself because finesse is an actual
Dex.
thing. This is just attack rolls with dex, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
This is the problem with learning D&D at 2nd edition, because everything was finesse or not finesse.
Yeah.
16 plus 16 to hit, so 32.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. And if you get above 24, you can stop adding.
Damn it. The 2 fell off my d20 again. Shay, remind me when you're here that we need to use some super glue.
And weight
Later.
your d20 on that side. Cool.
Yep. So
Which means it'll roll a 1 every time.
An
you use it?
18.
Yeah, because weight goes down.
Yeah. Opposite the 2 is the 18. Opposite the 20 is the 1. It's the 2 that's falling off. So we'll weight it towards the 18. 6 plus 3. 6.
Why are numbers falling off your dice?
I don't understand.
Because it's a
how.
metal die, and the little kind of enameled thing is just a piece that they affix to it. It's not like
That's
they poured.
stupid.
I mean, I've
That's
got
that's a
metal
bad
die and
made
they're
metal
literally
die.
molded into the die.
Same.
Right, it's molded around the actual number and
But
into
then
the
they did
crevice
an
that
enamel
it fits.
insert.
Oh.
Okay.
That's,
I'll show it to you.
that's stupid. People are dumb.
By the
10,
way,
11
I don't know if you can
plus-
see the dents that my dice have left in the bottom when I roll them in, but there you go.
27.
That
27,
D4
okay.
is literally
27.
a caltrip.
Yeah. So that is that other one that was within range to attack. And you guys avert your gaze. You can continue moving. None of them are in the way, so you can get to the ship as the other bodies essentially sort of slowly hover down to the platform you were on and begin to kind of come to the car, but they move slow. So you guys got past that first little group, averted your gaze, and are now on Kronos' ship with Steve, who's on a little hover bed platform being pushed by Ezra.
We'll go ahead and hook him up to the med bay, make sure all the equipment is powered up fully, and no danger of him, flatlining on us.
Understood. And that's simple enough to do. You know your ship, so hooking him up to it's not hard. You don't need a complex roll or anything. So you guys can get up and head back to your ship. And as you guys get back and start making your way, you guys are in this van and you can see out all the windows. There's just this dark space, and every now and then you see one of those mummies sort of slowly hovering, ahead of you into your line of sight, and Kronos just turns around like, fuck you, we're going around. But you eventually get to a spot where that black void, this ship begins to peek through it as you're approaching, and you can see, similar to before when you guys had turned the lights on in the front of the ship looking out the front window, and you'd seen these tentacles sort of move back across the view screen of your ship. As you guys come in with the ship, Kronos' eviscerator, you can see that those tendrils have sort of returned, but they're not covering the whole ship. They're just sort of on the back end away from the view screen. And as you guys approach, they sort of sense and pull back, and it looks similar to how it did when you left the ship. It's just there's no presence. As these
Do you see
tendrils
that?
sort of, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like a pressure fit or if there ever was any adhesive in the rough metal around the 2. But
I would almost pop off the rest of those just for balance sake. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure.
So, Dis, you wanna fucking nuke this horrible shadow abomination thing? Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Well, like I said, as you guys approach, the tendrils sort of retreat back into that pitch blackness, and you can no longer see it.
yeah, but I'm thinking the
Luke, work in
bodies.
private.
I mean, just send a nuke there. Just like general area. Nuke will take care of the rest of it.
First of all, the nukes we have are not those kind of nukes.
Yeah, of course they're not.
They're
Second
data
of all-
nukes.
Second of all, would the death ray destroy what's left of the space station?
No, the space station is way too large. Your disintegration ray destroys a 10-foot by 10-foot area. This thing is called the space station. The remains of it are colossal. You guys were supposed to rig it to explode, but that didn't get brought up or done.
How many torpedoes?
As I said, we suck at this.
Did you look in private?
You're pretty sure the
Yeah.
Manos, the piece of Manos that was here is gone and unrecoverable. You guys did destroy that, but in terms of the space station, it's still just kind of floating there in dark space.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get a lock on the area where the medical area with Steve would have been, and the computer area where the guy jumped out of.
Okay.
I'm going to hit them both with the death ray, and then I'm going to park 2 torpedoes each into those areas.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're gonna spend some time here shooting with the death ray to disintegrate through the walls of the facility, so you can shoot a torpedo straight in, right?
I'm thinking four is it rounds or turns? Death ray, torpedo.
Oh, it's gonna be more than one death ray for to go. It's a 10-foot by 10-foot area you disintegrate, not a giant, tunnel. So you'd have to do it multiple times. So you'll have to stay here for a little bit if you want to do that, but you can do that.
Can we? Okay, the thing that was Manos is gone. Do we still have root access to this thing?
Kronos technically does.
Can you just root access and overload any power sources that are left on this thing?
Yes. Let's do that.
Let's do that. If not, then I'm teleporting back in, and you're walking me through rigging this place to explode.
Yeah, that would be quicker for you than disintegrating a hole through the walls to shoot a torpedo straight through.
I could technically teleport with a torpedo. Could I not?
Max 500 feet, yeah.
Yeah. What could go wrong? Teleporting arms it.
So yeah, you guys stay connected to the servers, and Kronos sort of sets those 3 power sources that you sensed in the remains of the station to overload. So as you guys fly away, you are for sure certain that there's not going to be anything but essentially space dust left from this space station.
Good.
Okay, and I'm going to fling a torpedo at the bodies.
Okay.
Look, I don't want them to suffer their elves.
I just don't want them to fucking attack anybody else that happens to come into this bit of dark space.
Also, I'm going to do an Anakin and spin the ship as we leave. Just in case any are trying to hold on to the electrified outer hull.
Now, this is pod racing.
I know.
Yeah, so you do your little sick maneuvers. You fly away from the explosion in the background of dark space. Surprisingly enough, as you fly away, you don't really see the explosion. You pick it up on sensors for a little bit there, but you don't see much into that beyond that dark wall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
the wall of darkness.
you guys have
I attack the darkness.
essentially, you have 5 days now to figure out what you want to do with Steve, or if you're just going to let him sit there until you get back, or what plan.
We're gonna let him rest, feed him bone broth, that kind of thing, because the recovering from exhaustion levels, my medicine, the website told me that you basically need to have food and drink during that time to remove the levels of exhaustion. So
mango juice and bone broth,
and apparently castor oil. I don't know.
Castor oil is actually pretty fucking amazing. Look it up.
Oh my god!
I seriously did not know this until the other day. But yeah, it's pretty miraculous in the shit that it can do. You fucking laugh and you snort. Go fucking look this shit up.
What's castor oil? Is that like squeezed from wizards?
That's yes.
No, it's taken from the castor plant. It's
it's a cat. Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's what you take spoonfuls of when you're constipated, and it greases your insides.
You can also put it in your belly button, and it will help all of the insides. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
You can also use it.
I can hear feline.
Druids, apparently. Oh. See, I learn something new every day.
So they do squeeze it from wizards. Or
Yes.
druids.
Druid. Yeah, I just learned that from a druid. So, let's go.
Wizard slave. All right.
Druids are way cooler
No,
than
seriously,
wizards,
but in all seriousness, go look it up. I just learned
I
about
don't-
this shit the other day.
I don't want to.
I want to.
You'll get something out of it, Woodrow. Trust me.
So yeah, you guys have 5 days to decide. Do you want to talk to Steve? Do you want to just let him rest? Obviously, you're going to feed him the bone broth and try and resurrect him. But you guys did, cast magic on him, so you can't talk to him. He's there. He's conscious. Or you guys can fast track back to the base if you want.
I would like to talk to him briefly about what
Find out what
happened,
his
where
experiences
he's
were.
from.
Mm-hmm.
Does he
How
know
long
what
he's
was
been
being
there?
So basics of what happened, how he got here. So you kind of asking his story, similar to your Steve's, to try and figure the details out. Understood. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, and if multiple people are there, you can have advantage from aid from one or the other. Bryn can aid, Kronos can aid.
Sure, I'll aid.
That's just every time Bryn aids me with something, I just envision her standing behind me, like doing the shoulder rub. You can do it.
Unless
You're
it's
so
an
convincing.
intimidation, then she's holding her weapon.
No, even then I get disadvantage.
um,
All right. A 19 or a 1. I will take the 19. Plus 11, so 30.
30. Okay. So yeah, you persuade him to open up and talk about what happened. He seems almost like he's got this 1,000-yard stare that he has to get through for a few moments. But once he starts talking, he essentially describes a story that's not too dissimilar from what your Steve has explained. He was working in a facility and came across something he probably shouldn't have, some sort of alien tech, and then he started toying with it. At first making VR video games for himself, and then he wanted to expand and connect to the internet. And the way he describes it, you're pretty sure what happened with this Steve is the same thing that happened to your Steve, and they happened at the same time in different universes in the multiverse, and that's what sort of shot that wave out that sort of cursed the Steves and made them start collapsing into each other. It was the turning on of Manos that did that to Steve. And it was probably this Steve being connected to the machine that sort of kept him collecting those souls and stuff like that. But from Steve's perspective, once he got into this game world, he says that he essentially remembers a bright light playing this game called Lore of Legends, running around as a character that is named Bryn, and he was killing the first dragon when everything went white, and he didn't really remember much after that except hearing people talk. And when he starts to hear about the people talk, it seems like he describes conversations you guys have all had. He also describes conversations with these other entities that Manos was trying to convince and persuade. One of them being a dragon, one of them being some kind of alien entity, and then another one being some sort of cult, like godlike figure. But to his knowledge, those voices were cut out one by one slowly, until all he could hear was your guys' voices. And then eventually he woke up to you.
I sit in the chair and I kicked my feet up on the end of his bed, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what happened to that dragon voice.
Bless his little heart.
I warned him.
Here's the heart.
I tried to be nice.
I'm just absorbing what you just said.
Yeah. So how long do you think you were there? As near as you can tell. You don't have to be you don't have to be accurate.
Well,
but
It feels like forever, but if I had to make a guess, maybe a year. And when he says that, you can see that he obviously has. He can't grow a full beard. He sort of grows this patchy work of facial hair, but it is grown out and gnarly and unkempt. So it looks like it's maybe about a year. He doesn't look like a wizard by any means, but it's definitely grown out and pretty rough looking.
I have one of the bots come in and trim him up. Do you want?
Maybe he wanted to keep his chin pubes. You don't know.
No, I'm gonna ask him if he wants it shaved.
That would
You want a kind of goatee thing? You want to be clean shaven, man?
He puts down the broth that he's drinking, and he goes, "Clean shaven actually would be nice. If I could grow facial hair, I would like to keep it, but unfortunately, he's like pulling on the strings coming off of his
The
upper lip."
wisps.
Yeah, he's like, unfortunately, it's rather annoying.
All right, we'll get you cleaned up then, buddy. And I have one
Thank
of the
you.
bots come in and gently give him a
You sure you don't want to do it yourself?
No, I got bots for that. They're better at it than I am. Nice clean shave, the whole hot towel thing, nice, feels good.
You
This
never
place
offered
feels
me a
good
hot
after.
towel, you motherfucker.
Yeah, well, you're kind of an asshole, so.
After all the favors I've done.
It's not.
I take one of the hot towels from the bot and I just throw it in Diz's face. There you go, hot towel.
No longer immune to fire.
Hot towel burns.
Have we reestablished communication with our people yet?
No, not while you're in dark space.
Damn it. I need some kind of radio buoy.
We should get out of dark space first. I don't like this dark space.
Racist.
So at some point, you do throughout the days as they're going on, and you're taking care of Steve and talking to him about what happened. About 3 days in, you do receive some kind of psychic signal disc, and as it comes across, and you sort of see what it is one of the. It's not Zorg, but it is one of the. I can't remember her name. Oh, Tallow. That was her name. She sort of comes over the view screen. She goes, "I picked up your sense. I've sensed your ship before. We're on our way through dark space. If you're nearby and would like to meet up, we have some news about the galaxy. We've been sent through by Zorg, but he stayed behind to work with Zalman, I believe, the gnome who was working on that weapon, biological weapon. It seems like they're going to work together to launch it soon upon your arrival, right before you guys leave." So
So are you just giving us the news, or are we meeting up and then you're giving us the news?
well, they would like to meet up, but
I'm gonna meet
that
up
is
to
essentially the
discuss what to do.
yeah, because they were sent without any real direction into dark space, so they're kind of looking for direction.
Are they coming from the other universe?
No, they're coming from, they're the elder
The space station.
Elder elves. They're coming from, not the space station, they're coming from your galaxy you came from. They're the dark elves.
Okay. Have we
They're
encountered them
connected to-
before?
Yeah, they're the Eldar. They're
Okay.
the elves that are connected to that brain.
They're the
like
mushroom
kid.
people.
Oh, yes.
They're not mushroom. There's real mushroom people. They're not the mushroom people.
They're the
Now I've
people
got
who
System
live
of a
with
Down
the
stuck in
mushroom.
my head.
On Mushroom World, yeah. They're just dark elves that are connected to an elder brain, so they're more mind flayer than mushroom. But yeah,
Sitting around
All right, I guess we'll go over and meet them.
all right. So you guys link up for a little bit, and Tallow essentially expresses that they are feeling disconnected in dark space because they are not connected to Eldar in the other universe. So they wanted to meet up and spend some time with you. They want to spend about maybe 5 to 8 hours, like essentially a long rest.
Like
But
communing?
they seem, yeah, essentially they seem lost and aimless, and they're essentially coming to you for some sort of spiritual guidance disc. So if you would, I would like for
Poor
you to give me
bastards.
either persuasion from Kronos if you'd like to help,
Sure,
and then
I'll
disc. You can't have aid with this because this is an elven trance thing. You can attempt a wisdom saving throw, essentially to bind with their panicked mind and try and calm it.
All right, so I'm rolling a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did you say Kronos was aiding me somehow?
No, Kronos is using persuasion to help. He's not
23
technically
for
aiding.
persuasion.
Heard.
All right.
Although why I'm persuading them to listen to this.
16 plus 13, 29.
29.
Don't you
Okay.
logic this.
So with Kronos, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, with Kronos sort of speaking while you guys do the trance. If you want to give a speech or do use music, Kronos, that's up to you. You can sort of do either or. But the calming effect that comes from Kronos actually lowers the DC of what you're attempting to do. This
I'll
mind
play
meld.
some music in the background, just something to chill the mood.
Nice.
You know. Yeah.
So, as the music sort of picks up around you and you connect with this mind, you're hit with just a wall of sheer panic. This mind, the ones that are on this ship connected to it, they all seem fractured and fragmented, but you manage to sort of penetrate that first layer of anxiety, and you can see sort of Tallow in her trance in her mental space, and you can see kind of what she's thinking about, what she's experiencing. You actually see the ransacking of Rishana. You see Zorg fighting off multiple scions as he makes his way to a ship and flies towards Felandir, the elven homeworld, and tells his people to flee into dark space, and that essentially you and your other friends will help them find a way to reach the other side. And there's sort of this moment where you can use persuasion now, Dis, because you are connected and you made it through that wall of panic. If you want to make a persuasion check to try and calm her down. She seems to be the leader of this little group.
Okay. Persuasion.
Don't fuck it up. I mean, these
Oh,
are
he's
your
so
people
helpful.
after all.
Yes.
Hey,
he's
you know, that's
very-
what I'm here for. Being real helpful.
I can't guidance myself while I'm trancing, can I?
Could I toss him a fucking
I-
bardic inspiration?
I actually think you can, because guidance is any willing creature.
No.
So you
Alright.
actually can.
What, for the guidance or bardic inspiration?
Both, technically, if you want to
Alright.
inspire, because you're playing music, so
Yeah.
I will allow you to use your
I'll
bardic
I'll
inspiration.
subtly influence them with some music. So I'll toss a bardic inspiration as well.
Okay.
What is that, a 10? An 8?
A D10.
D10.
Nice.
Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Let me get my... Where's my good D4? There it is. The one I thought I
Oh, the
lost.
one you waited?
Yes.
You're going to be very happy you did this.
Wow. Wow. 19 plus 10 plus 4.
All right. Was that 23 or 33?
33.
Yeah. Okay.
I rolled max on both the bonus dice.
What like words would you like to instill upon Tallow to calm her heart and her mind?
Peace, brothers and sisters. All is not lost. There is a way through. A place for us waiting.
Yeah. So as you say those words and sort of think yourself about the planets that you've discovered and all that like possibility that's
Mhm.
out there, you can feel the calmness come over her mind, and she thanks you. I can't thank you enough. This place is damaging to our elven mind. You seem to be able to keep your calm here. It's rather inspiring. There's something that I think we would like to do for all of you, if you don't mind. It seems like there's some untapped potential in those minds of yours. I'd like to return the favor.
That would be most welcome.
And so, Dis, you can, with your Elven Trance, try to psychically invite Bryn and Kronos into the trance. Kronos, you're kind of in tune with what's going on because you're playing music and you're sort of in the flow of harmony with them. So the invitation goes very easily to you. And because you and Bryn were connected through the dream space, Dis,
many times,
yeah, it's easy to send an invite her way too and pull her in. This is not something uncommon to you guys at this point.
Yay.
And
Brandon's not gonna fuck it up.
The little message with it is good things, I promise. Not like those other times. Not like when you take us to your dreams.
Hey, I don't mean to.
Did you just throw dice?
Sometimes they were good. You
Sometimes
birthed
it was
Snaggle,
fine.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
and we're given
Good
the
things
ability
happen.
to create life. That's pretty dope.
good things happen, and also bad, but like sometimes good.
okay.
As-
Ting, ting.
As you all sort of meet in this space in Dis's mind, connected to Talow's mind and all the other
Very
Eldar
empty
elves
in
on her
here.
ship, you do feel this sort of warm sensation as the words of Tallow ring over your mind, and you hear her say, "I want you to use your full potential to finish the destiny you started." And as those words sort of hit your like the back of your brain, you all reach level 20.
Wow. By the way, the song that I just switched to is called Lost in the Dark.
Oh, nice.
That
Yeah.
was quite a boost.
That's a
No
nice little.
shit.
I like the song actually too. It's like
Yeah.
almost like James Bond.
Yeah. Like the world is not enough kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, you guys reach level 20 and can spend some time doing all that if you want, or worry about it later. It's fine. But after that short rest and this, audience with these elves takes place, they head out into dark space, deeper away from you, as you guys head back to the galaxy to launch this bioweapon and teleport your base to a new home.
Right. So I want to give them kind of an idea of where to go. So there was the ice planet that they're doing the drilling on, and I kind of wanted to shy away from putting us at a place with a natural
Right.
population.
And
Huh?
actually, I'm going to share something real quick.
Okay, like on your screen.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know
you
how,
can
but our
see-
fucking thing disappeared. All right. Got it.
All right, so this is sort of the area that you're in, the Outlands. These are where the planets were that you're finding, and where Brute Dynamics is located on Orcon, the Orokai homeworld. Let's see. You guys... so there was the planets where Brute Dynamics wanted to meet, which was Drekavok, which was like the dinosaur world where there was a Brute Dynamics facility that tests weaponry, and then there's also an Orokai hunting reserve there called Loktur, which is the Valley of Thunder. There's Arheim, which is a frozen world where that Brute Dynamics satellite is burrowing into the surface and sort of almost like terraforming it in a way. It's like such a big laser that it's actually kind of melting a lot of that ice into an ocean.
Okay, so that was the ice world. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the ice world, Arheim. That's where that rare mineral is, supposedly where Brute Dynamics is looking. And then there's also Lanu, which is a desert planet mostly, but there is these rich pockets of oases, and then oceans, but the oceans are kind of small seas, I guess. but it's
We're
mostly
talking like Gulf of Mexico, or
a little smaller than that, but about that size actually, or like the what is it, the Black Sea.
they're not
Stuff like that.
super salty like the Dead Sea or anything like that, are they?
Everything floats.
Some would be, not all. There's oases where there's a salt environment, and then there's ones where there's not, and it's more like a jungle that's grown up around them. Stuff
Like a
that,
huge
so.
lake kind of thing.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, I just want to make sure that wherever we choose, we're not hamstringing ourselves in terms of water, food sources,
arable
terrain that we could farm, things like that.
Yeah, gotcha. So Lanu
Because-
and Drekavok are the most abundant. Arheim, there's, maybe you could ice fish in certain places and find food, but you'd probably be producing your own indoor, like hydroponics and
So farming.
animals. Yeah, you have to set that up, but you could sustainably live there. It would just be like living in the Arctic or Alaska, essentially.
I don't particularly mind cold, but
There was other planets.
I'm fine with
too.
cold.
Those
Is there
are just the
6
three-
months of day and 6 months of night like there is in Alaska?
This planet does have long night cycles and long day cycles. Yeah. Those are the 3 planets that Brute Dynamics sent you, and then as you guys were searching, you had pinged some other planets that were in similar locations. One of them you searched far for and found a couple, which are these 3 over here. When you were searching for the constellation of Skeggold to see what would happen, where those were. So the planet that was in the constellation was Otalos, which means fearless. And it is a planet that seems to be, it has bounced back from some kind of natural disaster. Life is blossoming there, but it's all sort of new life. And it hasn't been, hasn't really been visited in a while because the Goliath sort of revere it as a place, the birthplace of the giants, which are their ancestors. They believe.
So, in other words, don't fuck up their holy land. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's up to you. It's also really close.
Please
to
don't
Bryn,
fuck
so-
up the Holy
Don't-
Land, as
don't-
I am
don't-
Goliath.
Don't
That's
leave
it.
it up to Dis. That seems like a bad idea.
Is that Neka? Nekagawa?
No, Nechigawa. That is a
Okay.
Minotaur world. It's become part of the food trade with rare meats, large game to hunt, tons of flavor, like flavorful game that they raise there too, livestock. There's some dangerous predators there, but it's not like Drekavok where it's like dinosaurs and stuff. It's kind of similar to Earth in a lot of ways.
I mean, a T-Rex steak would probably be pretty damn tasty. I'm just saying.
What's
Yeah, but
the
they end up to kill it. That's the only downside.
Quay,
Yeah,
Quay.
and-
Kuei Prime? Okay.
Yeah, this is actually a desolate planet that has sort of elemental phenomena on it, but the surrounding moons are all actually really like essentially they're paradise planets, paradise worlds, and there are some Minotaur colonies on some of those moons, but they're not like Holy Land or anything like that. It's just nice planets, and they're not all claimed. There's just a couple Minotaur colonies on them. So there's claimable moons outside Quay Prime, and then the other one is Ligari, which is over here. That one is kind of like almost the Bermuda Triangle when you were researching it.
That's right.
There's like the strange magnetics that surround the planet.
No.
People say that things get lost there, like especially frequencies. There's either they experience weird echoes and they don't get sent.
Kronos is like,
No.
Some people talk.
My attunement with frequency, energy, and vibration says no to that one.
But not to put too fine a point on this, aren't you leaving?
Yeah, because I gotta go find Cesaria, but I'm just, we've been through all these adventures together, and I'd rather not see you guys get fucked up. But hey, you know what? You're the captains of your own destiny. You do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just offering some friendly advice, given my experience with energy, frequency, and vibration.
Can you zoom out so that we can see where where this entire, I guess, region of space is in relation to the other people?
Kronos sparks up a blunt and starts drinking.
Okay, so
No.
between Elven space and the Outlands, there's that patch of black. That's dark space that we're flying through, correct?
Well, that's not where you are currently. You would
It's
be.
like where we are,
Yeah. Yes. Yes. You guys are like
Okay.
way down here.
but like likely not space stations and floating bodies.
You have no idea what's in dark space here. But you know the people here are terrified of it, and they can't seem to travel through it successfully. At least the people you've searched the databases of, which is like Brute Dynamics and their research facility, and they have good insights into other companies and what they're doing because there's like corporate espionage going on with all the companies. So
But that's
they
what we
all
just
kinda-
did for 5 days each way, right?
I imagine you probably also want to stay away from dead space.
I don't know. That's actually looking kind of appealing.
Kronos keeps smoking and drinking.
This is gonna get us killed.
All right. And the ones with the big
Your own
names,
destiny.
the ones with the big names, those are all already inhabited, important planets, right? Like Turok and
Wormwood.
Yeah, they're main staples of some kind.
okay.
Like this one is a Goliath burial world. This one is like the new Parakan homeworld. This is the dinosaur race that left Earth. Yeah.
All right. And it's Ligari that's the one that's all fucked up.
Well, there's people say that it's like the Bermuda Triangle or whatever. Like things go missing there, but you don't really know. There's no actual.
Let's not.
Okay.
Just not.
I'm thinking one of the moons on Prime, but that sticks us so close to Hail Hydra space.
That's the Draco Empire.
Absent. As a matter
You
of
can
fact,
pick
that's
one
what
of the-
Kronos is drinking.
You can pick one of the Brute Dynamic worlds. You don't
I
have.
don't
to
wanna
not
be
pick them.
Beholden to them either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
Well, it depends on what you work out.
What did we have to trade with them again?
Technology that they haven't seen, especially box orcish technology that they're kind of excited about. If I
Yeah,
remember
Very
plus-
different from theirs.
Plus, we're flying through dark space, and they're scared
Yeah,
shitless of it. So.
You're traveling
Yeah.
through dark space, which is their main. It's what they really want. You're able to discern that's what they really want. They're also interested in your orcish engineers, though.
Mm-hmm. Y'all better protect Bach after I leave. I'm just saying. That's my homie.
I will still be here, so
Mm-hmm.
he'll be fine.
Good.
I'll make sure Dis doesn't, get him killed.
Well,
Thank you, Bryn.
I don't want them to lure
got
him
you.
away, so I'm thinking of some legal contract way to whore him out, but also ensure that there's like a non-compete.
You can do that. It would be so in D&D you can script contracts. I believe it's the wisdom stat. But I don't know if anyone is proficient with what kit is that? There's some kind of like diplomacy or some kind of kit. But it's not forgery. I don't think it's something else. Unless I'm thinking of 3.5, which I might be. But it would be wisdom and proficiency if you are proficient in forgery, which I don't think anyone's taken.
No.
I don't think we've had a need for forgery.
The closest we get, I think, is my assassin's. Is it? No, my disguise kit that allows me to forge documents. But
So so that actually counts. So if there's a thing that allows you to forge documents, you could make up a legally held contract. It would you don't have a business, so it would be essentially a forgery, so it would count. But you could bind.
well, I get
some
the
kind
feeling
of-
we're going to start a business.
Yeah, exactly. Word it so that when your business starts, it will be legally represented by it, even though it's not a thing yet.
You know who else could probably help because he was a big business magnate?
Disc.
Perry.
Yep.
Oh, Perry. Yeah, Perry. You haven't heard back from him. He still seems to be at that library he was at, but
You
Yeah.
do
For a second, I
realize
thought you were gonna
Bisk
say
was
non-gold.
like an actual, like mob boss business guy. He knows.
Well, he can help, but I mean, Perry had like multiple space stations and like.
Yeah, he was like a rare purveyor of rare goods.
So I'm sure that he is capable and adept at covering his ass legally.
I mean, between the three of them, you probably are going to be all right.
All right.
Yeah, you can definitely have Bisk help you out, aid you in that, and forge up a document so that Bach doesn't get, screwed business-wise.
The other thing that I want to make sure of is whatever technology we give them, sell them. Let's be clear on that. Rent them. Whatever technology we decide to lease without the option to buy, I want to ensure that it safeguards that technology. So one, it doesn't run away from us, and two, we realize the profits on its use, specifically the propulsion tech.
Rights in perpetuity.
Which is because I mean that's going to be the ability to travel through dark space is got to be. Propulsion is always earth-shattering kind of breakthroughs. So.
Yep, and it will change the landscape of how they get. Yeah,
it'll change empires.
Yep.
So allowing them to bring it to market, because we obviously can't with no business, would allow them to realize a great deal of profit. So I just want to make sure that we get the appropriate
percentage of. Yeah. You definitely get a percentage of that. Yeah. You can definitely make that contract though. And then also, if you want, let's see if I can find them real quick. I have some companies. So if you want to invest in like the ladies who are building the weapons, or Bach or Namgolg or Bisk or whatever, we can sort of create companies for them. Bach already kind of has an idea rolling around in his head. Essentially, he wants to create his own technology company in space exploration. He wants to be like an Elon Musk, I guess, of this world, and just do kind of whatever he wants to. He doesn't want to necessarily be tied down to any specific tech.
Following his own interests.
Yeah, that's kind of what he wants to do.
Damn, I was gonna hire him as like our head of R&D. And give him a budget. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You still can. If you invested him to have him work for you, that's we just need to know. I just need to know what company you're making.
Elfco.
But yeah, so it's essentially as you guys finish traveling through dark space, you
Bryniodyne propulsion.
You get back to the rebel base, and then
I'm gonna send him towards, I guess. This is what brought it up and why I was trying to. I'm gonna send him in general towards, I guess, the prime moons, and they can at least. I'm gonna tell them don't absolutely get comfortable there, because we might be settling in another spot, but that's at least a good spot to go to. That's free of claim, to where they can rest, recharge, relax, commune, that kind of shit.
Understood. All right, so you point them at Quay Prime. Write that down. And then, so they get their directions and head off, and they give you unlock that potential within all of you, and you guys essentially travel the other 2 days through dark space, heading back to the galaxy you came from and back to the rebel base. When you get back, there seems to be excitement coming from the labs. It sounds like Zalnan and some of the Steves are pretty excited. You have Steve on your ship, who's Stephen Prime, essentially. And it sounds like there's people in the main hall eating or playing games like how there normally is. There's some activity since there's a lot of people here. But yeah, you guys essentially arrive to a loud rebel base.
As we're on our way
in,
yeah, as we're on our way in, I guess I'll contact Jello Steve,
Okay.
to let him know that we're bringing a Steve.
Seems to be one of the prime ones.
So you go to connect to Steve, and there is no connection.
Did the Jello get swallowed?
Somebody eat
You-
Steve.
Do not know. Go
I'm
ahead and
going
give
to
me
cut-
He
give me
was sleeping
investigation
in a
checks.
mold one night, and somebody accidentally ate him. Fuck.
No, I think
Bryn?
he probably got filtered through this guy. And did you
Yeah,
say
so-
investigation?
Yeah. So
31.
everyone, roll me an investigation, and Bryn, you can aid one of them.
I get advantage on
okay.
investigation.
Oh yeah, I would just
I'll-
aid Dis then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll aid this.
So Dis and Kronos, you roll investigate with advantage.
All right, I'll
Might
see if
figure out what happened to Steve.
I can get higher than a 16 on my die. 12.
So 31.
I
Is
had-
that 231s?
Copycat.
Correct.
Okay. So, as you guys are looking, Dis, you essentially zoom around the rebel base looking for Steve. Your Steve Kirby, Steve, and the Jello Boy, and you cannot find him anywhere. Another thing you notice is that there's another NPC missing from this equation, and that happens to be Woda, which is the there was like an androgynous goblin when you guys arrived that noticed Steve or
Is that the
Soul
one that
even
took
when-
him back to the Goblin Queen?
What?
Oh shit! Wow.
I'm just
That was-
saying because
Wasn't
when we
that season
first showed
one?
up, when we first showed up, there was one that was like, "Yeah, I recognize you, motherfucker."
What?
So, Dis, as you're going around, you notice the goblin's missing and Steve is missing. Kronos, as you investigate with the 31,
Yeah.
you're helping look at first, and then you think, wait a minute, I can actually see if he was absorbed by this other Steve because he's still connected to that Manos tech. And like I said before, you went back to find the other emergences. And when you look here, there is not one for your Steve. There hasn't been an episode since the last Steve that was merged when you guys were there.
So-
I believe. I can't remember which one that was. Oh, is it
Steve
old
is-
Steve? Old man Steve.
Isn't Steve connected to our telepathic link?
Yeah, he is.
And we're getting anything on that?
Nope. Which means he's not on this plane of existence.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that the dimension hopping goblin took our Jello Steve back to the Goblin Queen that he made a promise to so long ago. I mean, it's just a theory.
But this
Maybe-
didn't that whole fucking thing disappear?
Isn't it on one of the fucking servers that we had?
You remember that the goblins of that world weren't really part of that world. They were like these dimensional world universe hopping goblins. They were like sliders.
So, how can we tell what plane he's on? Is that a scrying thing?
Nope, scrying only goes to one universe.
Is there any residual trail left from the goblin?
Slime.
I mean, just like an energy signature, something that to denote the goblin disappearing, like popping out of this universe and going somewhere else.
Give me an Arcana check, Kronos.
I also want to check our portal to see if that was used.
That's good thinking. You check and it was not used, but I appreciate that thinking.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty
16
20.
plus 4.
So as part of
Wait.
your walking around and coming to
Arcana?
this- yeah, and coming to this conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
you meet up and you guys start talking about this. Go ahead, Dis. You want to roll Arcana as well?
No, I want to assist him in his
Oh.
role of Arcana because I only
Oh,
have a
gotcha.
plus 3. So
All right. Well, I've
No, that's-
got a plus 4, but I managed to roll pretty good. I mean, I'll try it again. Nope, that was an 8 on
Okay.
that one, so I will
What was
take the
your-
16.
16
16
total?
plus 4.
Dirty-
Yeah,
Okay,
16
dirty
plus 4, so dirty 20.
Okay, so
okay, roll a d4. I will spend it for this
Okay.
because this is really alarming to me.
Plus another 3. So
Oh, nice.
23.
23. Okay, good.
Do you want to bardically inspire yourself?
I can't,
gosh.
unfortunately.
Son of a
As
bitch.
you are searching, you go to think, okay, well, for this with this goblin theory, let's go check the goblin's fucking room. As you go in, you go into their room and you see this like, almost like Dragon Ball Z, like circular or spherical bed that it sleeps in, and it's connected to all these things with these like radioactive symbols on it. And you're kind of like looking like, that's weird. And you remember it was dying of some sort of like radioactive disease, essentially,
Like
from working on
radiation
inside
poisoning or something?
yeah, from working inside ship engines. So it sleeps in this thing incubator essentially. And but in this room, you also eventually see on the ground the faint remnants of a burned away arcane sigil, which seems to be a teleportation sigil, but it's not a like teleportation circle or the teleport spell. It's actually a plane shift spell. Now, go ahead and give me another Arcana check.
With advantage.
Yay! All right. First roll. Really?
And a plus D4. God, I really, really wish.
Disappeared. So we'll try a different D20.
You really wish what?
I kind of really wish that I had taken higher levels, so I could get
21.
so I could get stroke of luck.
Oh, yeah. So, as you're sort of looking at the sigil, you're trying to figure out the what it says, the Dracanic etchings on it, and you do get the sense that it went to a section of the Greater Wilds, also known as the Fey Wilds.
Huh. How familiar are you with the Fey Wilds, Dis?
I mean, we went through them, if you recall.
I mean, I'm slightly inebriated right now, so sure. Just assume I remember.
So, if you recall, during some of our faster than light travels, sometimes we went through various places. One was kind of more my area,
Yeah.
kind of like the Underdarky type of area.
Shadow Realm, yeah.
But when we first did that, we went through, I believe, a section of the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible with a Q drive we could do that again.
Well, I'm
Yes,
pretty sure that's where our gelatinous friend went.
Well, that's how you've been traveling so fast throughout this galaxy, is you have been using your Q drive, and
Right.
you've been using the Fey Wilds, so you're technically not in the Fey Wilds, you're in that sort of crossover. You're in a liminal space when you travel through the planar
Right.
rift.
But could we stop?
No, it's not a full plane shift. It's just a fast travel you where you're at. It doesn't take you to the other side. You would need a plane shift spell for that. Hey, sometimes you just gotta let things go. People made promises.
It would be different if he left a note that said I was willing to go. Otherwise, this is just a kidnapping. It's an honor kidnapping, but it's a kidnapping. And it doesn't sit well with this.
They're gonna start a war of Troy.
You took our gelatinous goo. We must go to war.
Listen, we need the gelatinous boy for a little bit longer. After that, you can have him.
Two episodes.
You did have the roars coming from the lab. There was something good happened there, even though you guys are panicking and running around
All right.
looking for Steve.
I'm gonna go to the lab and summon the Council of Steve,
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll.
Real fast. Let's see who.
including new Steve,
I'll
Who's-
waltz over there with my absinthe and my smoke as well.
whose exhaustion should have ended at this point.
I am less stressed out than everybody else, mostly because I'm high.
Oh my god. I haven't seen
I don't know what's
Photoshop
happening.
load that slowly in so long.
I told you. My shit's gonna.
So
blow up.
hey, anyone who wants to help support DD&D, you can also kick a little bit into the Woodrow needs a much better computer fund.
Yeah, I'll drop
me
my.
ask.
Hell, at
drop
this
my
point, even
PayPal
buying
link.
him some extra laptop really help.
So you faded out. I assume you mean laptop RAM. So I guess my question is, Woodrow, have
Yes,
you
that's what I said.
investigated if your laptop has expandable RAM slots still available?
I'm pretty sure it probably doesn't. It was like the least expensive thing you could buy.
When we get
And
done, I
didn't-
want you to
I
read
didn't
me the
buy it.
shit on the bottom of your laptop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yep. Welcome to Tech Sci, because you just unleashed them.
I mean, you realize both Sai and I are tech support, right?
Oh yes, but here's the difference, Luke. I can tell you something, you can give me a suggestion, and it can end there. I tell Sai something, Sai wants every single spec of your equipment, and then we'll research it for 3 days.
Yeah, I don't care that much.
Exactly. That's the
Hey.
difference. There's a difference. If I ask you, you would do it to help me out, but if I don't ask, you don't take it upon yourself like
I
Sai
fixed the
does.
problem with your C drive without you losing anything. That's all I'm saying.
Now we need to fix the problem of my laptop screen.
Look,
External monitor?
I found them.
My external monitors got busted too.
Those
Those are
expansion
written off.
monitors.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking talented at destruction, Sai. Good job.
Look,
I
I
mean,
still
to
aches
be-
thinking about it.
To be fair, Sai did fall down a flight of stairs, so
But I mean, they're small, so...
they
how-
were holding all of my bag that had literally every piece of electronics that I was bringing. And their knee
what
is
have we
what
learned
did it.
from this little experience?
That Sai is never
Don't put all
touching
your
my
eggs in one
electronic bag
basket.
again.
That I have tough knees.
Oh no, I'll put them all in one basket. They will just go with me.
Oh, you live and you learn, kind of.
Kind of.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Okay, so when you go to get the Council of Steves, you do find that the only two that are left of the Steves are Stiv, Russian Steve,
Yay!
Steve-O, Italian Steve.
What about
Steve?
what about Harry Ape Man Steve?
What?
The
No, there
mute
was-
guy.
Yeah, Mute Guy was the first one to go.
Damn
then
it.
There was another one, I can't remember who it was. He went, and then the old man went.
No.
Oh, there was S. Steve. There was the one from Spain. There was S. Steve.
Oh yeah, Steve. I am Steve. Wait, do we still have Steve?
Yes. Steve.
Yes.
Okay.
Steve-O.
So I'm gonna go ahead
Yeah,
and bring
this
the
still
hard
there.
drive in that we salvaged
server.
from the
Oh, that one.
base. Yeah, with all of the Steve souls on it, and I'll go ahead and just plug that in.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Feline.
see
I
what's
felt
on it.
very bad, and I want you to understand that her laptop
bad you
worked
did.
perfectly. 5 minutes later.
Well, yes, that's because the LCDs hadn't had a chance to leak everywhere.
Yeah.
Look.
Liquid crystal display is, what it stands for.
That's why she needs an LED screen, light emitting diode.
OLED.
I just want to replace it. I don't care what I do.
We'll get you a replacement screen, and I'll take it apart and replace it.
Okay. Because I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with that ribbon cable and
Not really, no.
Yeah.
And
Some
if you
person,
fuck it up, then it's
my
pretty fucked
my
up.
phone is old enough that my laptop and my desktop are much faster than my phone.
yeah, mine's not. All right, so Steve's.
Hello,
Yes.
Steves.
There is two of them left. And you are bringing in the other Steve, so technically I guess there's three. And then Kronos, you said you're plugging in the Steve Souls.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna
hard
plug
drive?
in the hard drive.
So you know that they're at least there, but you can't do anything yet. You still need to cast like a resurrection on them. You just have the souls; they're not lost.
Mhm.
That's a lot of
Okay.
resurrections.
Yeah, which is a spell that we do not currently have.
No, but Perry does.
And
on.
where is
What?
Perry?
Hold on. What level is resurrection in cleric?
True resurrection is pretty high up, and I think that's what you need to bring back a soul. Let me read. I think, yeah, it's true resurrection. Or wish. You can get wish, too.
Alright.
I wish I might bring this person back to life.
True resurrection is 9th level.
Yep.
I hold up the hard drive and I point to it. So I'm pretty sure the rest of your Stephen brethren, that's the term I'm going to go with. Stephen brethren are on this hard drive here. So set it down on the table. If you'd like to reconnect with them, we need to figure out how to get them off of this. Manos was a bastard. I take a puff.
I blow his puff in the other direction.
Get out of the way of my smoke.
I turn up the atmosphere processors in this section of the station.
Literally pull like an altered carbon and blow my smoke directly in Dis's face.
It takes a 90 and heads straight up into the vent.
Oh my gosh.
Don't care.
You're both pretty.
No, I'm not.
You're pretty in
Have you
your
seen
own
this
way.
face?
Sadly, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That is the appropriate response. So we need to get the rest of the Steves off of this hard drive.
Do we?
Again, Matt, do you want the information that they have?
I mean, can't we communicate with them via technology?
No, we can't.
Can't we build an interface? Bach?
No, they are literally a soul. They are just... That's all they are.
What language is the soul written?
It certainly isn't basic.
10. Print soul. 20. Go to 10.
Does anyone have speak with dead?
Actually...
Negative.
Hang on.
Is that a spell of some kind?
It's a spell.
It is.
Spare the dying, spare the dying. Comprehend languages.
I do have Speak with the Dead.
Ooh.
I knew you did.
Yeah, I've had it since the beginning.
I have consult the spirits. But
And you guys have had a long rest because you've traveled for 5 days. So you can do long rest. What do you want to ask them? You get 5 questions, three questions, 5 questions.
Let me check
Let's
here.
let's have a powwow first.
Grant a semblance of life, intelligence to a corpse in your choice. Let's see, spell.
Your Highness.
I know speak with dead, it says they need a mouth and all that shit, but I'm going to stretch the limitations of speak with dead.
We'll plug in a speaker.
That counts. Hello. I am speaking to you from beyond the grave.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
No. Boot that motherfucker out into space. We don't need that fucking Hal bullshit.
Would you rather have Sal 9000?
And so,
No.
when you bring the other Steve
She
are
sounded
you just
nice.
are you just wheeling him in on the bed essentially that you had him in, or are you?
Isn't
letting
he
him walk
fully
around?
healed and cured exhausted at this point?
So with the rest and stuff, he could walk on his own. Yeah,
We'll
But
wheel him in a wheelchair.
he still has
know.
all that tech attached to his body and stuff, what makes it kind of hard for him to walk
All right,
around.
we'll Professor X him in here.
Okay. All right, that's okay. So interesting.
So I guess I can't warn the Steves ahead of time that there's another Steve, but I would have warned Professor
you
Steve.
can.
I mean, if I was calling to our Kirby, I would have gotten nothing. So
Oh, 5 questions. Up to 5 questions. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can ask 5 questions.
So let's powwow about the questions.
What do we want to ask?
I'm opening the floor. What do we want to ask? I'd also like input from Steve, Stiv, and Estafo, whatever the other
Steve,
one
It's a me, Steve.
Yeah.
is. Wow. Wow.
You don't want me asking questions because they're going to be like, how are you feeling?
What's it like
like,
being in
dead.
a computer? Wait, never mind.
We were in a computer.
I know. That's the whole point.
Oh wait, I already know that feeling. What's it like for you being in a computer?
Oh my god. Do you want out? Maybe they're happy there.
Well, you would just get the answer yes.
Yeah. You don't ask closed-ended questions. Open-ended to get more detail.
I mean, it's kind of obvious they'd probably rather be out of a hard drive. I mean, would you rather be just data, or would you rather have?
Did that count as a question, or were you just answering common sense? Yes.
I was just fucking with you. You guys didn't say you were casting it yet. It hasn't been cast.
Thank you. Feline says
This
nice.
is like, did I just waste the question? Yes. 2 questions down.
That's another one.
No, we're not doing that D&D movie bullshit. We're agreeing on questions before we start asking questions. There will be no higher vocal inflections at the end of statements that can be misconstrued as questions. Where do children come from? Look, I need you guys to also contribute to asking questions.
I don't know what we're wanting to ask the Steves. Hi, Steves. You're here and not here, and I don't even know why we're doing this. So
what do we know about them? They have been sucked into this hard drive because Manos was trying to
gather power from users.
So yeah,
to what
essentially,
end?
There was no real beings here in the beginning except for the Steve. So he was essentially siphoning those souls to feed himself and gain power.
Okay, so he was trying to make himself more powerful and, I guess anchor himself to this reality, make himself more substantial, I guess.
Do we have any way to undo what he has already done? The Steves he has already collected.
If he's consumed their souls, not really. Essentially, killing Manos would maybe release them, but it depends on how good they were of a person.
I'm going to try to call Perry now that we're out of blackout. Because he swallows souls all the time.
Yeah, you don't get a connection because he's on another plane of existence. So
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Can I trance back to the library again?
So no.
Damn it.
Because the person who pulled you there was your patron, and they're very busy at the moment.
I haven't.
They don't give a fuck about your petty shit.
I haven't felt the call to that yet, have I?
No. No, it'll be much more inconvenient than now.
Yeah, I know.
You think your patron comes when you call?
Well, she has a couple times.
So,
yeah, when it served her purposes.
Those dark elves that we sent, are they out of dark space yet?
No, they're still in dark space.
Good. When they get out, let me know, because I need to discuss their Lord and Savior, Zinzarina.
Gotcha.
I'm a cleric. I have to try to convert people.
Yeah. So the only things left in this galaxy, really, before you teleport out, are launching this biological weapon. Okay. And when you go into this labs to start hooking up the Steves and all that, you can see that they're all sort of gathered around where Zalnan is working with Whisper. And Whisper seems to be sort of attached to the back of Zalnan's head, like sort of sitting on his kind of like shoulder, the back of his neck. And
I need to get him like a backpack kind of carry pouch, kind of a Yoda thing.
And then when he sees you pulling in all that stuff and connecting in those servers with the other Steve, attention is slowly broken away for a moment, and the Steves all sort of introduce themselves and break away from Zalnan, but you can see Zalnan kind of stays working, and when he sees you, he turns around and says, whenever you're ready, I think I have something that will make it very hard for those aliens to exist in this galaxy. And we've made several ways to deploy it, more than one missile. We've made 8, so hopefully at least one makes it through. It'll only take one. And you can see he's kind of like frantic. He's been up, not really sleeping, but you feel he's speaking truthfully, and he's pretty sure of his work.
I hate it when you say you feel that.
I mean, that's about as close to a confirmation as you're gonna get.
Well, you're not a biochemist, right? So I mean, you can't really double check his work.
I'm just a lowly poisoner.
No.
Let me see.
No, but if you look at the computer, what he's doing, what he's made is definitely, it's very potent.
And this one isn't going to kill my people again, right?
Well, your people have already left, but no, it shouldn't affect elves that aren't already attached to Eldar or to Ego and fucked up. But the Eldar might be affected by it, which is why he wanted them to leave. Which is what sort of urged them, or Zorg, to tell them that they should leave, but they didn't want to because they had made a home, and then they stayed too long, and the Thule attacked, and then Zorg sent them away.
All right. Well, congratulations on your work.
Thank you. I just hope that we can leave soon, because honestly, with everything I've learned, I just want to leave all this behind me.
Very, very soon.
Completely understandable.
How are we on moving the space station?
Well, Bach and the remaining Steves, as he looks over to the other 2 Steves, talking to the Steve in the wheelchair, he's like, I think they've got the field stabilized, and now that we're not traveling through planes, but we're just moving to another spot in our same plane, the calculations were, much easier to figure out, and they've been seeming like it's been handled. So,
Okay.
Assuming they came over to help me a few hours ago and haven't really been focused on it, so I think they've achieved it, but I haven't really talked to him about it.
All right. Where is Bach?
He's on a console across the way. He's working on something, and you can see that this machine right here is sort of powered up and spinning. It's not on in terms of shooting a beam, but there's this sort of gate here that's generating a field, and those crystals that you guys found has been fashioned into an anchor for the beam on the other end. So
by the way,
constant stream.
We have to bring that stuff off the ship. What's the other portal thing?
That other portal tech?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well bring that into the lab here as well.
Kronos, do you want to grab that while I need to talk to Bach for a second to make sure he's not sharing everything with Brute.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring the other portal tech off the ship.
That's right, we did have a cart. So, Yo Bach, what you working on, buddy?
Oh, I just keep double checking and triple checking and quadruple checking my work, but me and the Steves, and before Perry left, he was pretty sure that we were dialed in. But I've been dialed into my satellite and in connection with the brute dynamics, and we think we have the Outlands mapped out pretty well by this point, and we can kind of pick and choose where we want to go there at any time. You can see he's sweating though. He's super nervous about the travel, but as he talks, he seems sure of his work as well. But he just seems very nervous, whereas Zelnan seems excited. Bach seems kind of scared and frightened.
Well, I completely understand that this is kind of the culmination of stuff for you. So just try to relax. Kronos has some good happy leaf if you need it. Also, we brought some more portal stuff that you can look over in case you find anything useful.
Well, That's great. It's always good to have backups when dealing with this kind of technology. And he begins to like walk over as Kronos brings it in and start looking it over. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is very good. Essentially, if anything overloads, we can immediately replace it." And he begins to like put parts near parts where they belong on the things. So he's got like all his backups in place.
One thing I did wanted to make sure of was that anything that we're sharing with Brute in terms of the conversations you're having, any of the information you're sending over, anything like that, just please, 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 do make sure not to share the totality of any plans until we've worked out a home for ourselves in whatever deals that we're going to be making with these people, because we don't want to be over eager in our friendliness and screw ourselves out of the ability to have a home and support ourselves in the future. You know?
Well, understood. I am not the best business person, so I tend to leave that up to you all.
Good. We're gonna work that out with hopefully Perry if when he comes back. Plus, Kronos. What was that other name?
What?
The L guy? The guy who did the criminal syndicate?
Bisk?
Is it Bisk?
Bisk? Yeah, Bisk was...
I don't know. I'm terrible with names.
Anyway, I hand... I try... I offer the...
oh, that's why it was an L name. Lobster.
Yeah.
I offer the blend to Bach and don't give them anything proprietary that could help the cause here. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially anything about Q drives. Q drives, like any of the really nitty gritty specifics of the portals. Also, where are we planning? What's the exact target? I understand that you have some coordinates. Where are the coordinates?
Well, we have the whole Outlands essentially charted out, so.
Oh, okay, good.
The spot where my satellite is, which is at one of those worlds, or any world you guys pick. Yeah, you guys get to pick them.
Once we move, what are the chances that we'll ever be able to move again? Is this a one and done?
Well, I was worried that it would be, but now that we have extra parts, even if we blow our parts going through, we can relocate a great distance. We can move slowly with the work that Nozark has done, and now we have some defenses with what the other ladies have done. We have a nice giant cannon on top here. Took about 8 days of work, but we should be able to defend ourselves and move around a little bit. But when we jump, we should be able to just make one more jump with some minor repairs.
Okay. I just want to make sure that wherever we're going isn't our final destination. And if at all possible, I'd like to also ensure that I'd like to go to the right place the first time and save the spares before I get the fuck out of Dodge in case anything super bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like have the space station as our backup lifeboat, perhaps. But let's also start thinking about how we're going to settle down on a planet. Because I guarantee that we're going to attract more people and need to build some infrastructure. We can only expand the space station so much, regardless of what we just came from. A huge mess of death and shittiness. All right. Well, good job. Carry on. If you need anything, call.
So what? Do you give him the same coordinates you sent the Dark?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Tentatively.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Somewhere outside that world, because you guys will have a space station, so you don't have to go directly there, but close in the vicinity.
Yeah, and I assume that there are thrusters that it can maneuver to after the jumps.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing was this isn't my decision to make. I mean, Shady, does Bryn have any input about which of those worlds? I mean, we basically have Paradise Moons that are over to the side there, but they're really close to that border, and I don't like borders.
Yeah, from what you learned about the Draco Empire, they just got beaten in a wild crusade that they went on throughout the galaxy. That's like the most recent war. Was there?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be like Germany. They're going to build back up.
Well, you don't know. You have no idea what's going on essentially right now with like the politics and stuff.
So I have a question. Do we have any of those chimera bodies or anything like that just lying around? Do we have any empties?
Like your 3D printer?
Well, I'm just wondering if since we don't have Perry to do the resurrection, could we download some of the Steves into chimeras for the time being?
Like a Frog G kind of sitch? Or like
that's you guys
like what you guys are, yeah. But
yeah.
no, there's no more blanks on your ship, and they're actually not from the galaxy you're in.
Right.
They're from the galaxy you came from, so there was none that you ever found or had access to.
Okay.
They were from Thanksgiving Planet.
So you did notice though when you went through the
we're all just turkeys.
When you went through the rules or the like laws and stuff, there was chimeras were being kind of hunted like replicants in Blade Runner. So there are chimera bodies in the next galaxy you're going to. Just none you didn't find anymore here, and you used all the ones to print you guys.
All right. So if we don't find Perry, or if he doesn't show back up anytime soon, we might be able to find some.
Yeah, I left him a voicemail.
Jump over to the next galaxy. Okay.
Yep.
What kind of spell would be involved in uniting souls if there were bodies that they were willing to enter?
Wait, so if you had the chimera bodies, you can essentially just hook them up. It would be a technological resurrection,
Oh, okay.
essentially. Yeah.
So no spell. Gotcha.
Yeah, no spell.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you just need to get the body somehow. Essentially, that'd be the hard part. During this time, you do notice Zalnan sort of checks out and goes blank-faced almost for a second, and you would all know this is like a trance. He's going to a trance, and he goes, "Oh, guys, we have a visitor." And he gets out of his off the computer with Whisper Soul on his like shoulders attached to his head, and kind of runs out into the hangar and begins to open it. And Zorg lands with his little fighter ship, and essentially starts to communicate with you and says that he's ready to load the weapons up, the payloads up, and fly them to the planet. Essentially, he's given himself up to be the delivery device for these missiles. He wants to fly them really close and deliver them inside that giant brain ship that you saw attached to Felondir. He wants to make sure he gets it deep inside and not just a like superficial.
Right, not just a surface attack.
Yeah.
It's a mission you might not come back from. Are you okay with that?
I knew that might be a chance when I sent my people off, but I managed to get off the planet and connect with Whisper here, and told him that I would be the one who could deliver this payload while you guys flee. I'll hopefully meet up with my people after, if I survive, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Remind me again what race
successful,
Sorg is?
Cool.
He's the same. He's a dark elf. He was the first one that linked up with Ego, and then his mind split, and you guys essentially saved his mind and made him connect with just Eldar. So you turned him into a good guy. So he's like Anakin
that guy.
Skywalker. He went good, yeah.
That guy. The one we got out of the base with Salami Steve.
Yes. Yes. Charcuterie Kirby.
I love how twisted everyone is that we know today. Well, I mean, more power to you. Do you wanna trans pray thing together before you go?
He sort of laughs it off and is like, no, I think I'm okay. Is there something I should know? And sort of cocks an eye at you. Like,
Why are you being weird, bro?
yeah. That's unlike you.
You are mega weird right now.
Look, I was one of the only of our race that was left in this galaxy. It was up to me to do a lot of the stuff that I guess was kind of on you. This could be the last time that you're seen, so I just wanted to make sure that you were okay with that. No last minute thoughts you wanted to share, no last minute messages for your people, our people, the people.
So, the people. So, as you say that, he essentially reaches out his hand in a form of like it's like a human handshake, and goes, maybe there is something I would like to leave with you.
It's not ominous at all.
Not syphilis.
No,
Yeah, not that.
So, if
I
take
will
his
take
hand?
off. I will take off the glove to my armor and shake his hand.
So when you do that, that essentially, with his psychic ability, you can see that your eye begins to like flash warnings and stuff, and he essentially, with the physical touch, breaks through to impart you this trance, essentially forcing memories upon you. And what you get from him is essentially like a little bit of his life's tale, but mostly the years that he was after he lost his family, where his mentor, the person who you got the armor from, essentially in the eye, that whole like training time and stuff, and the lessons that he learned from that gets imparted with you, hopefully. So if he does die here, that some part of him, will make it beyond.
Nice.
And then Nozarka and the ladies help Zelnan and them load the biological payload into his fighter before he will say his final goodbyes to everybody and thank you for taking on the responsibility and the destiny that was meant for him.
You know what? I'm going to give him one more thing. I hand him my necklace.
Ooh. Okay. That is interesting.
Wait. Which
Sorry,
necklace?
the fighter necklace,
The
right?
Yes.
necklace with the fighter on it.
That is interesting.
Okay. I am shocked.
So, as you do
I
that,
will also toss him a bardic inspiration for the road.
okay.
And one parting bit of advice. It's easy to go out in a blaze of glory to try to make up for your mistakes. It's much harder to live and to fix those mistakes over time. If you need a way out, let it be that.
You can see, like, there's sort of like a teariness that builds up in his drow eye. Or eye. He has one eye, his eyes. And he nods, and you can see that as he's looking at it, he seems to be really enthralled with the symbol, the being Zinzarina symbol. And he goes, interesting. Thank you for this. You never know when you need a second way out.
Now, if you do make it out, I might like that back. Just saying.
Understood.
Chronos takes
is-
a drag off of his blunt and says, I fucking knew it.
It's always a catch.
Is there a way that I can because I know that they're psychically linked to the owner of the ship. Is there a way that I can temporarily
Yeah.
cede
You
that
could-
or grant? Yeah,
Yeah, you could pass the
I want it to be
whatever.
usable
Better
to
to
him.
burn out than stay
Yeah.
away. Right.
But he takes
So-
it and go ahead.
Does he, like, he's going someplace dangerous. Does he have, like, gear, like weapons and shit to defend himself? Or
Yeah, he's
He's-
got magic items and stuff like that now.
does he have, like, a projectile that isn't magic in case,
Yeah.
Those
He's
ones?
got laser
Okay.
guns, laser swords, poisons, grenades.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he doesn't need a
good to
rifle.
go.
Cool.
Yeah, no.
Just making sure.
The bardic inspiration that I give him is in the form of a song, and it's a song from his people, something to inspire him.
Something I will have taught to you.
Well, I mean, just
Well-
it doesn't matter. It's magical. You know, it's magic music to inspire.
Some person.
So it
That's
pulls
gross.
from the recesses of his memory.
Nice.
And then as you sort of part that bardic inspiration, and Dis gives him the amulet of Zinzarina and also a little starfighter in there, he takes his leave, thanking everybody, and Zalnan watches him go and turns back around to go into the lab, and as he opens the door, you hear him gasp, and as you guys sort of like move in to see what the hell is going on, you can see the Steve Prime is standing up in the chair. There is just a pile of clothes, Steve-O's clothes on the ground, and he has his other hand around Stive's neck and is holding him up off the ground in a show of strength that does not look like it should belong to Steve Prime, and that's where we'll call it for tonight.
What the fuck are
Next.
you doing, dude?
Fucking Manos, you fucking prick. Yay.
No one insight checked, and I beat the everyone's passive. So I got a 30, and the highest passive is a 24 with Chronos. So
Yep.
Yep, my passive insight sucks.
so we will start off
Well,
with
fuck.
this and the final hunt for Manos. But yeah, essentially we're doing tomorrow, correct? Right? That's what we decided?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Sick.
So, everyone, we will be back tomorrow with another final.
This is part 1 of a 2-part finale.
Same bat time, same bat channel. Tune in.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Should be.
You're horrible.
I did it wrong.
You did it very wrong.
I
You
hit
did
this
it
button.
so wrong. Everything
I hit
is
that
wrong.
There we
Like
go.
I said, you're horrible.
Yes. See? Thank
There,
you.
it's better now. It's better now.
Put Chronos back. There we go. Yeah, this will be interesting because it's so funny because I didn't even pay attention to the episode numbers that we were on, but we're gonna wrap on episode 65.
Yeah.
So it's like a nice
Neat.
number to end on.
I mean, we could stretch it like
No.
Stop it.
Nope.
No, we can't.
No, we can't.
six
we have-
more.
There are
Bye-bye.
plans. There are
Bye-bye,
other
Manos.
things that have to happen. Manos is gone. We're not hitting 69. I'm sorry. Besides the
We'll
chocolate.
hit 69 on the next season because it'll be
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
more intense.
And
Starting
just
at
to be
level
clear,
1, you can die so fast.
Look at Feline. Talk to your boy, because we talked about the fact that
he was
we
sick
were
last week.
doubling. Yep.
We're gonna do the game, but after that, I'm all hurt.
Look, you dip all the way
Okay,
out
I bet.
and don't tell us.
We can wrap
Anything.
early if we need to.
Oh my god.
No.
Hey Woodrow, about that necklace.
Yeah.
Why is it a Zinzarina thing? I thought it was just a pendant of my fighter. On
It
a
is
necklace.
dependent of your fighter, but the thing that it written originally was, it was a necklace of Zinzarina. So when you had your fighter put into it, it sort of still resembled the sword, but the sword was replaced with your fighter.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's not the other thing, is it?
What other? What?
Hold on.
There's like a lot of things.
Yeah, it's not the shield of Zinzarina, is it?
No, that's the ring that Kirby made for you.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Look at some person. Some person knows us. Tune
I
in
would
next
rather-
episode for the end. No, really, this time.
The beginning
Everyone
of
dies.
the
Part
end.
The beginning of the end. There you go, Sai. That's what we call it. Instead of like how you have
yeah.
so close, it'll be the beginning of the end, and then the next
end of the
week will
end.
be the end of the end.
This isn't the end or the beginning of the end, but the end of the beginning.
Okay,
I
stop
don't
getting
follow.
existential. It was.
Yeah,
it was.
It's from
funnier
a
the way
movie,
that we
you
said-
assholes.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. We will see you all tomorrow for a special double session between. Yeah, you're getting two this week, is what I'm saying.
Tomorrow for the beginning of the end.
Yes. Have a wonderful night.
Don't miss it.
Bye.